and then YouTube at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, coming on.
Right, let's go to YouTube.
Do we want to mute us until we're on it?
That's correct.
Yeah, just pull that Ah!
Alright.
Damn, you know, I should have checked what image was what first.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh, as to the Oh, it must be that one. Where is it?
I mean, this is...
It's not started yet. They can hear us, but that's only because we're very bad at a job.
It's only because we've allowed them.
Exactly, there it is.
Our
No, show you one of these.
deep baritones.
You think we got deep baritones? What about that guy last time?
Yeah, I know.
He got deep baritones.
That dude
Jeez.
was fucking... That guy's got a cock the size of a fucking chimney. You know it. You know
I
it.
bet it's tiny. Oh,
Like a
these are
smokestack cock.
Maybe. Oh, we haven't even got the window open yet, have we?
Yeah.
Properties. Let's quickly just change that. That would just go to whatever we got open. Oh, Google, yeah, we'll have to change that to thingy after though. I'll do it now.
I think we just go ahead. I think we're overcomplicating this.
I don't see why the window capture isn't coming up though.
Yeah, but
That should be off.
it is. It's there. It's tiny.
Oh, bugger, I didn't see it. Cool, good man. I didn't know I'll fucking see that then. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's go.
Let's just fucking rock.
Fuck's sake.
Is the
No,
desktop audio
go.
off?
Oh, fuck, the desktop audio's off anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
All that time, I was
All that
loading it
time.
up, trying to find the right one.
All that
It's
time.
fucking off anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, well, whatever.
Let's just reveal.
Fuck ever, whatever,
Oh,
we're here.
the big reveal! My God, it was us all along.
I still clicked something off, by accident.
Yeah, that's all right.
The fuck did I click off?
I
It's
think
not
you clicked
alright.
off the KD
Yeah.
thing at the bottom.
No, yeah, the little things with our names. That's the one. You introduced the episode, I'll find it.
Yeah, so basically, we are the Squishy Logic podcast as it
There we go.
stands. Oh my! Why would you do that?
Ow!
Mother of God, that looked like it hurt.
Oh no, I'm a man, you see.
I mean, that's a good way
Man.
to start.
There's a great way to start.
People will be very excited.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking nothing but excited
Are
right
you
now.
very excited?
Just excited. Yeah, excited. Let's watch Carl hurt himself because that's fun. Let's watch KD.
It's not
break his
unfun.
weenus.
It's
What?
not unfun. I'm just, being honest.
Yeah, I've been
with you.
told that a lot in my life,
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
People enjoy watching me in pain.
I can understand that.
Even my children did, weirdly enough.
I can understand that.
And they
too.
apparently loved me.
Yeah.
Oh, that did hurt though, you know. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised.
No,
by
it
that.
didn't hurt.
Right, funny.
It's like you know when you do like it was perfect connection.
Yeah.
There was like it's like a weird kind of shock go up my arm.
Yeah.
And
It's
I
the
feel-
funny bone, bro.
I feel it in my tip right now.
Yeah, you do.
It's right around like the not the nipple, but like the kind of bumpy bit.
But
ahead
definitely
of it.
close enough to the nipple to be called the nipple.
No, it's not the nipple.
No, really?
No, my nipple was like about in the middle. To be fair.
Oh, right, I see.
I have a very-
Mine's quite to the side.
Oh, yeah, there you
I've
go.
got
Then.
the sideward nips.
So we both got off skew nipples then.
Oh yeah.
So between us, we'd have either a perfect nipple
Yeah.
or an exceptionally horrendous nipple,
That's true.
like one on the back.
Yeah. Have you seen Penguin Z0's obsession with Joe Rogan's nipples?
No.
He is obsessed with Joe Rogan's nipples.
What is there to be obsessed about? Like,
They are quite remarkable. They like little fingers.
I don't think I've seen his nipples. Let me have a little look. See. Oh, we haven't got the window open yet. Actually,
No,
okay.
it's all right. It's all right. We'll deal with that in a bit.
Oh yeah, I'll get it there
Yeah.
as we go. You know me. I like to make sure everything.
The window capture for you people at home, so you can see all what we're seeing along.
But it's not and I do not know. Oh, actually, probably because it wasn't up.
Yeah.
That would have been. Sorry, we're just having a few tech issues as
Techie
these normally
issues.
start. Like I cut off like the whole I don't know the first 3 or 5 minutes when I put the last live episode onto Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, cleaned
Yeah.
it up, man.
Yeah.
Put the whole deep voice bit at the beginning as well, so
Yeah.
you could hear that straight away. Because that guy was immense. Like even with the echo as well, it was worse. But I remember watching it; it was still exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like that voice, I can't do it like
Yeah. No. Even I can't go.
nothing like that.
No, it was even
It's
lower.
more like that.
Yeah. It's like a whale.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It was legit like a whale trying to talk to
It
people.
was like a sound that sounded like it was, not much verbiage there, but I need a thesaurus. It was a sound.
A sound that sounded.
Yeah. It was an audio effect that sounded in my ear holes as if it should have been in water.
Ah, yes.
It literally sounded like something that should, like a sound that should have been in water to me.
It did, yeah. Yeah. Right, let's see if we can get this window capture sorted, because I'm...
Oh yeah, it'll be there now. It just
Let's
because I minimised the thing. Top right. Properties.
Property.
I've been teaching Nave today about stuff. See,
There we go.
like this is like the first time I have
34.
ever been able to like teach you about stuff.
It's not so much... I mean, you're far more adept at it than I was, but...
I'm just it'll go in on its own. I'm just used to it. But if you can drag it down to underneath the
That's
image.
what I was going to say, drag it down the bottom.
Yeah, it'll go on its own when you get near. There you go. Just don't put it underneath us. There you go. Perfect.
Beautiful.
I hurt myself constantly now.
Why
I
are you
was holding my
doing that?
lighter and I went off like, clap, and it just hit that fucking joint in my bone.
God damn, dude.
What is wrong with me today?
You're just damaging yourself.
I'm just so excited that we have so many people listening now.
I know.
Just-
we are quite impressed by the amount of viewers and listeners that we've had.
Listeners, not viewers.
Mostly listeners.
Yeah, viewers can suck a dick.
Yeah. You people need to step it up, you viewing public, because the listening public are way ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like way ahead of you.
I
on the
suppose
Squishy
maybe though
Logic
we've
channel.
had good quality on the audio for a while. So
We
maybe
have
that's part
had,
of it.
yeah, good quality audio is a big plus. At the moment, we don't have the sound recorder, so you might notice a little bit of a change in the way the audio sounds.
I think it's
We
still
are
good
working.
though.
Yeah,
I was listening to loads of it, like when I was editing the bit, and it sounded really good.
yeah. I mean that mic's
Surprising.
great. It's just annoying that we don't have the full blown audio recorder.
Yeah, of
which-
course, it'd be a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah,
But we survive.
we survive.
We do what we must. We help ourselves.
We do indeed.
It's
We
what we do.
persevere.
We are our own self-help books. Well, I am
That's
my own
right.
self-help
That's
book.
right. And that is today's topic. And it's a good idea that
Oh.
we bring it up quite quickly, because this is a monster of a topic.
Oh,
right?
well, I was going to say we don't have to get into it straight away if you don't want to, but I did see how many things you had on there, so
Yeah,
it
it's,
might not be the worst. But let's get straight into it.
Yeah. No, we
I
got.
want to see about Joe Rogan's nipples first. I think I'll do the
Okay,
important things
that is
first.
the most important bit at the moment. Let's do a fresh. No, fresh one, because I've got that saved in there.
Is it? Is that no? That's
That's the
nothing.
YouTube thing. Trust me. Now go ahead. Now type in Joe Rogan's name.
Okay, I mean, it was a blank page we was on, just so you know. This is the blank page.
No.
one.
The blank pages have all got the YouTube video things in them, so that they don't autoplay. But I can just press the enter as soon as I go to the tab.
Oh, so they've all got the
Yeah.
thingy in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
ready to go.
look at him. Okay, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have just put Joe Rogan in
Joe
and
Go-
expect the
that's a
nipples to
bit-
come
yeah,
off.
it's not the first thing most people think about, unless you're Penguin Z0, in which case apparently very much so.
I've seen the thing from when Theo Vaughn is talking about when he sees a picture of him getting out of an ice bath, and he's like, "You look like one of those turkeys with the lines on and the strings."
Yeah. And he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Okay, 14 minutes, and it's 1-0 to France, and that is
Yeah,
our
That's
opponents for England
Yeah.
in 2... Well, no, sorry, not in 2 days. Not opponents for England either.
No.
Opponents if we get into the final as well.
yeah.
Have you been following it at all?
I know that we're in the quarterfinals,
Semi-finals.
semi-finals.
We're in
now.
the semi-finals.
Ah.
We got through the quarter-finals the other day. Penalties. That was that last one, wasn't it?
That's a way to do it.
Well, it's not.
It's a way to do it.
It's the last possible way to do
Yeah.
it. The last possible chance.
But that's just an entertaining show, you know?
I'm sure that's why they did it.
Yeah. That's definitely why they did it. Can you type nipples?
That's a weird question. That's not a question I get asked a lot.
There we go.
Oh, that one's off. Oh,
Look at them.
oh wow.
Yes, right? It's only since he brought them to my attention I was like, my God, what is this?
They proper are like little...
They're like little fingers.
Yeah. Like little penises, really.
Yeah.
Oh. That's so weird.
If you zoom in, it only gets worse as well.
I don't know how.
Just click on it and see if it takes you there.
I don't think it's taking me there. Oh. A little bit.
Look at them.
Wow.
Look at how pointy they are.
You know, actually, now that it's a picture like that, I can zoom in. No, I can't, Doug.
Let's go in the other
Oh.
way.
What? That's weird. What? What?
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, you see that I'm clicking on.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, I just... What the hell? Go away, Joe. Why? I'm not surprised that it's a load of monkeys.
But
and
like
Joe Rogan.
they're the tiniest little nipple bases. In fact, the nipples themselves
Oh, I can't.
are longer than the sort of base of the nipple is wide.
It's so weird.
You know, it's weird.
He's got
man.
no areola around it as well. Look.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just like.
It's straight into nip.
Yeah, it's just straight up. There's just nothing, and then something coming out of his chest.
Yeah.
Like a little finger, like you
Like
said.
a
It is like a
little
little finger.
finger. E.T. phone home, bro.
You know, actually, that kind of reminds me of
What?
in Deadpool 2,
Yeah.
and he's growing his dick back.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah.
Or Bart Simpson, when in the film when he's skateboarding naked,
Yeah,
and they
just
shouldn't
show
show
the
his dick
dick.
for no
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
reason,
No
at, all.
reason at all.
There's no reason why
Yeah.
they show a 10-year-old's animated dick.
Yeah. It does feel weird.
It's just a strange choice.
It's a very strange.
Somebody
choice.
somewhere made that choice.
Yeah, they were like, oh, you know, it'd be really funny, seeing Bart Simpson's dick,
And
not Homer's,
yeah, not
not
Homer's.
Moe's.
That'd just be all Bullsh, I reckon.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to see anything then.
Yeah, he's not very well kempt down there.
No, and I feel like he's hairy.
Yeah.
I feel like he has to shave his face a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because he seems like the kind of person who would shave his face. He's got a business to run.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If that's the only reason. That's the only reason. If he
The only
wasn't,
reason.
then he would just become like a werewolf man.
Oh yeah, for like I really think so.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one where it shows what he used to look like?
I've definitely seen them because I have now finished my entire run of The Simpsons.
Yeah, but you started late,
From,
didn't you?
yeah, but I finished. I watched all of them
From what?
from episode 1.
Wow, Santa's Little Helper.
Yep.
No, what's it called?
Oh, before that actually, there were the like little shorts before.
Oh, you watched the
all of that.
From Tracy Ullman
Yeah,
show.
yeah, all of that on Disney Plus, all the way.
They've got the
till-
shorts on there
yeah,
on
yeah,
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
They're the one things I've never watched all the way
They
through.
are entertaining. They're not. They don't have all of them, but they've only
The
got
proper
like
old animated like.
Yeah. They've got like the main ones for.
Wow.
it. Yeah,
Okay. I know. Check them out. I didn't know they were on there.
Yeah, and I've watched all of that all the way up to season 34, episode 24. I have watched.
Has that been you and the ladies
literally
watch?
every single episode of The Simpsons.
Well, you haven't watched them all because you with your ladies. So sometimes.
Oh no! We were watching.
This is for when you was actually watching.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because we always had like American Dad or Family Guy for the other time. I've already seen all that.
Yeah, that's shit anyway.
It's good. It's good. It is proper good.
The parts to him that are good. Like American
Yeah.
Dad got good after a certain point.
American Dad has waves of being good. It sort of comes in and out. Whilst Family Guy is sort of always
Same?
like Family Guy isn't entertaining season by season. It's episode by episode. Some episodes are good.
Yeah.
Some episodes are just fucking. What the fuck were you fucking smoking, guys? Jesus Christ.
The ones when they weren't paying attention.
Yeah,
they were just half-assed.
It's like we had an extra episode to fill, and we just had some fucking ideas to throw at the wall, and we just chucked it in.
We had some ideas for American Dad.
We had a mega episode to do.
I bet you know the times the series where American Dad's better.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that like Family Guy probably dips a little bit or something.
Probably.
I noticed with The Simpsons. I noticed it afterwards more than anything.
Yeah.
The whole time they were really getting the film ready.
Yeah.
The episodes dipped like crazy, and that threw me off because the film took so long to come out.
Yeah.
They were doing it for so long. It was like probably like a good 5 years, and they were doing it for longer, but a good 5 years when the episodes really suffered.
Yeah.
As soon as the film came out, I saw the difference.
Yeah.
I went back to it and I was like, okay, these are actually good.
they
Those are
also-
the ones I need to go back to and watch now.
They also pushed the boundaries of what they were able to do animation-wise in the movie. And that definitely shows in the series after that.
Yeah, definitely.
You see some really impressive stuff being done in the series later on. Like proper trippy shit, proper
And I've missed a lot of that because that's what I need to watch.
It's really entertaining. And the thing is,
I can tell
I
you
was always the person who was like, The Simpsons need to go away, The Simpsons are boring.
Do you feel like that for a while?
I don't think like that anymore though. I think The Simpsons is genuinely an entertaining show even now. The later seasons, some of them are actually some of the better episodes.
This is the few that I've watched. They've all been good.
They've been pretty fucking good.
So I do want to go back and watch from I'll tell you where I stopped watching.
Yeah.
It was somewhere around the Tony Hawk's episode, the 300th episode.
Yeah.
I know that I didn't watch many
I know
after that.
it's
I
weird.
liked that episode, but
Yeah, 300, I don't remember many of the episodes around there, so that says something.
yeah.
And then once it kicks into around about 500, it starts coming back again, which is sort of, it's quite a long distance to go through of these.
That's
aren't
the
those.
problem. Yeah.
There was one episode, I can't remember exactly what the premise was, but I literally found myself part way through it going, really? We're doing this. This is your episode. That's what you're doing.
I can tell
Alright,
from
fine.
watching The Simpsons for so long, and you could probably agree to this now.
Yeah.
I don't know about the new ones if they've changed the format, but I know the format so well for how a Simpsons episode is going to
Yeah, it's
go.
like, I know exactly what's going to happen.
From the first 10 minutes,
Yeah.
it will do something weird that will lead into the rest of the episode. Or the first 5 minutes, there'll be some really weird, obscure
You've got this
thing.
this short bit at the start,
and it will mean nothing. It will lead into the second topic,
and it won't relate to that first bit at all. Apart from that one link that. Puts
apart from
the
it
two
links
together.
it made it go from there, but it'll be wildly different.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how it goes.
But
and then there's something else for someone else sometimes.
Yeah, I've also found myself predicting the ends of episodes from like the first few scenes. It's like, all right, that character's been introduced. I know exactly what's going to happen. Lisa's going to love them at first, and then there's going to be a problem with them.
You could definitely do that by like 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Because the episodes are only 20 anyway.
100%.
That's a quarter of the episode.
But like literally 2 or 3 scenes in, some of them, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe the earlier ones is that.
Not even the early ones, some of the later ones as well.
The later ones, I don't know the later ones as well, that's the thing.
Yeah, they're not bad though. They still do it in an entertaining,
It'd be nice
funny way.
if they change the format a bit, to be honest.
The problem is though, like these characters are so set in stone at this point. You know what Homer Simpson's going to do. You know what Marge is going to do. You know what Lisa's going to do. The only thing is you can now put them into updated situations that didn't exist when they first started, which is one of the things that they have actually done very, very well.
I've noticed that in the later episodes, the ones I've seen, like they'll do stuff where things they did do in the early ones, I suppose, actually, but not as much. But they'll do stuff that will affect the rest of the episodes.
Yes.
When one specific one is once again it's happening to Ned. When his girlfriend from Vegas comes back, and she stays there, doesn't she? I don't know if she stays there full stop afterwards, but I know she's there a lot afterwards.
Yeah, and then Edna, marries him, and
Ned.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that stays on until the actor who plays Edna Krabappel died.
Yeah, and they did a whole.
And then they've literally got Ned at one point being like haunted in one of the Treehouse of Horror episodes by both of his wives, Edna and fucking Maud.
See, if you'd have said that, I'd have naturally assumed you'd have meant like, I don't know, the one from Vegas died. And it was I had no idea. So that's all in the newer ones then?
Yeah, that's one of the newer ones.
See, I need to watch them now in that case.
They are genuinely entertaining. They are worth your time. And I think it's probably this thing where there was like an original array of writers who just didn't have any more ideas for what to do.
That happened.
And you see that they sort of eventually leave and a new crop turn up. And once the new crop turn up, you start getting new interesting ideas again.
Well, they always used to bring in guest writers. Maybe they started doing that again.
Yeah.
Because like everybody remembers like the Monorail episode.
Yeah.
The Conan's episode that he wrote.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Like there's all these ones that like random people have written. But I'm generally looking forward to doing that. As soon as Thursday comes back around, I can buy my Disney Plus subscription back. I'm going to do that.
Disney Plus is great.
I don't know where I'll start. I'm not going to watch all the old ones again because I've literally seen them to death.
Yeah, you don't need to. After all, even I've seen the old ones. I was like, I didn't watch The Simpsons that much, but I still had watched basically everything up to season fucking 5.
I've told you how much of a giant fan I was growing up. Like it was my favourite show. I would still consider it now one of my favourite shows. If I had to pick only certain things to watch.
I think it's one of my favourite shows now. Genuinely,
it stands the test of time.
I'm going to be putting that on to just listen to in the background all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it is perfect. Sort of, I always listen to shows when I go to sleep, and The Simpsons is perfect.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't also... The problem with Family Guy and American Dad, I love them, but they put so many musical numbers into the show.
Oh, I don't like that. Yeah.
And
I'm not a fan of that.
When I'm trying to sleep, and suddenly there's a bombastic fucking musical number, and it's like, oh, fuck.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't blame the show for that, because it's not there for the you're using it to sleep.
No, exactly.
So I wouldn't blame them for that.
But The Simpsons doesn't do that very much.
Apart from the one I just mentioned.
Yeah, they've got the occasional episode that's like properly...
More the older ones.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
But that's the thing, it's like I could easily stick most of them on and just sit there and go like, and if there's one that comes along that's musical, you just skip that one and you're done. You know, you don't have to worry about it being 3 in a row like fucking American Dad.
Yeah, that's true. I just realised how I'm talking about these. I keep saying the older ones, like, but it's not, there's like 3 portions to me. There's the older ones.
Yeah.
Then like the ones that weren't very good, but the newer kind of ones that I watched. And then the newer ones right after that I haven't watched.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 blocks to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are 34 seasons.
Fucking crazy.
I mean,
so many.
Hell.
Like they say, it's not, what is it, the longest running animated sitcom? That's
Yeah.
it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which seems like a lot of. I think it's the longest running something else now, just full stop. I don't know if it's just.
I think it might
sitcom.
well be just one of the longest running TV shows. Yeah.
Yeah, it is one that. I know the longest running episodic TV show is
And
Raw.
I mean, it's syndicated to shit all over the place. So like,
it must make so much money.
even now, the voice actors are still getting like multiple paychecks from original fucking series because they still run them all the fucking time.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much money like you must get for that. It's weird because you never hear about them being like the highest paid people for episodes and that. But I suppose they're voice actors, so they're not. Like, it'd be interesting to know who's the highest paid voice actors.
Yeah.
For like episodes, or TV.
You know, some of those
check
syndicated
the internet,
checks end up being virtually nothing over the years because it reduces over time. So like you can sometimes get a check which will be for like 0.2 cents.
Yeah.
And like there's a place.
Not for Simpsons though.
No, not for Simpsons. But
Yeah,
there's a
I was
place in
gonna
LA where, or it used to be in LA. I don't know whether it's still there, where you could go and if you had a check that was pointless and like you couldn't use it anywhere, you could take it there and get either a free drink or a free meal. I can't remember what it was, but it's like they're just like, yeah, no, we know it's tough for some actors. Come in, have a fucking meal. Have a fucking.
Got you. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere in like LA. Did you say that kind of
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool.
But I thought it was cool.
Yeah. Anything like that when you're helping out people is cool.
Yeah.
Fuck, see, this is the thing. I was thinking about something then, and you say something about nice stuff, and it makes me forget about the other stuff I was thinking because it's probably not. What was you saying before that? How did we get to that? Because there was something I was going to say then. The meal thing. What were we saying before that to get to that? The checks. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Some wrestling people I see on some of the podcasts that I watch. They're like some of the older ones. They're asking them. It's like, well, I know you were in that game like from a few years ago.
Yeah.
Literally like 2-3 years ago. Like they're big, the wrestling games. And he's like, how much money did you get for that? And he's like, oh, I got some pennies.
Yeah.
Might be an older one than that. Yeah? Right. Right, so this is France and Spain. Jeez, wow, okay.
Jesus.
Cool. So it isn't, well, that's not cool. But now it's, okay, so it was 1-0. I'm just repeating to the crowd, to the people watching.
Yeah.
So it was 1-0 to France.
Yeah.
And now 28 minutes, it is 2-1 to Spain.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking
annoying because I don't want England to play
Spain. No, up against Spain. No.
From what I've heard, the people we've got in the semi-finals are not that hard, and we should beat them. We should get to the finals again.
Right, but that means that it's Spain in the finals.
Spain in the finals. And we also could just totally get beaten by the team we're expecting to beat.
Yeah, we could do.
Yeah, I mean,
That's happened multiple times to us.
We're one of the few teams that haven't lost a match yet, though. We haven't lost a match in the Euro yet. So that's good.
But is that a good thing? Maybe you should...
Of course that's a good thing. Do you mean is that a good thing?
I think sometimes...
Of course it is.
I think it's sometimes a good idea to have a loss somewhere in the run.
I don't. What? No.
No?
Wait, no. We should just smash them all.
Alright.
You're on about psychology-wise, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, we should just go in and think we're going to smash them.
Yeah.
Because we're awesome and then be awesome.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Right, okay.
We're not even thinking we're going to smash
Because that's what England always does.
We should just go in there and not care about anything else and just play and know that we're awesome because they are always awesome.
Right.
But then they just let everything get into their head.
Right.
Because the media are all like, oh, we're going to do it. Ooh. Well, they used to be, not so much actually now. Now it's just the young kids that are just not used to stuff. Like most of the people in this match haven't been in like a big tournament.
Yeah.
Most of the England team, sorry, haven't been in a big tournament. If you're going to be that cat, then we come into fame. Oh, I think she is a wrist, but there you go.
Hey, little one.
Oh, she's just leaving again. Whatever.
No.
She's not good enough. We're not good enough for her.
Hey, one.
Whatever. We're not good enough for you, cat.
Oh, little darling. Hey.
See, I don't always let the cat come in because obviously it's a bit of a distraction, but it's a cute distraction.
It is a cute distraction.
And I know the people are more like seeing her on the screen.
Yeah.
Seeing him, one of me on the way. She's not a him. I've never had a boy cat.
Yeah.
And I always grew up with the idea that all cats were female.
Right.
And all dogs were male.
And they were the same species.
Yeah, to me they were the boys, they were the girls.
Like my theory with it, there is a...
I still don't think...
The Muppets suggests a terrifying universe, right? Where there is a species that is entirely female pigs and entirely male frogs.
Do they?
Because there's a bit, I swear, in the Muppet Christmas
Do they?
Carol, all of the boys are fucking frogs and all of the girls are pigs in Miss Piggy and thing.
You might be right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's so weird, man. Like, that is
Or no.
How did that genetic thing happen?
No, maybe maybe you're wrong there.
Right, okay.
Maybe it's just a boy. If if you look at it a different way,
Right.
if it was a girl frog and a boy pig, maybe if they have babies, the boys will always be the same as the mom. The girls will always be the same as the dad. Actually, that still kind of implies that you could never swap it around.
Yeah.
Though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can if you have a boy. There's plenty of them out there. So there's male, and if you have a male and female frog, then they can create all these different
Types of frogs.
Yeah, but then
Then you could have a
the
female
norm is
frog.
It's like
But that means that there's two separate species that just so happen to be able to bang together and create.
No, this is anything.
Oh, it's in
Anything.
the Muppet universe.
In the Muppet universe, anything.
So that's why Gonzo's hella into chickens.
There you go.
That makes so much more sense.
I don't even know what that means, but
Did you not know that?
no, I don't know.
Gonzo is sexually attracted to chickens.
Oh well, yeah. So I mean,
that is.
but that doesn't confirm anything, though, that we were just talking about.
No, but it's canon, and I mean it works with your theory more than my theory of it just being one species.
Yeah,
So
well,
like
just anything. He's just
Gonzo's well into chickens, but that's just because that's his thing.
yeah, that's just his thing.
That's
yeah,
just his
yeah.
thing.
He
Yeah.
could be into anything.
Yeah.
It's like which is why it doesn't happen that much in this universe though, because it's like how like 20 odd years ago, probably now still a lot.
Yeah.
You'd have like a black family would have the daughter, and they wouldn't want her to get with a white guy,
Right.
or an Asian family wouldn't want them to get with a white guy,
Right.
or basically all these races don't want them to get with a white guy.
Right.
Basically, it's the same kind of thing, Same thing, black people wouldn't want to get with an Asian guy back then. They wanted to keep, the tribalism.
Right.
I don't mean that tribalism is in racism. I mean,
it's sort of the same thing.
Is it?
It's
Back
sort of
then,
the
yeah,
same.
it was a racism
You also got
thing.
to remember there were a lot of white people who were doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
exactly,
So, I mean,
yeah.
It's like, it is pretty
Everybody
much
was
exactly
very-
on the ball. That is
people were-
racism.
Yeah. Back in the day, racism where they wanted everyone to keep to themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was a thing back in the day.
racism.
A lot more. That was a thing.
Back in the day, racism.
But that was the thing, though, weren't it? You had all these different races of people that didn't like people getting with other people.
Yeah.
So
That
it's
was
the
a thing,
same
yeah.
in the Muppet universe.
Yeah.
All the
Except
frogs,
they're
they don't
just
like
need
it.
to breed over, and they don't.
Kermit is not welcoming his family.
Right.
Neither is Miss Piggy.
Right. So
They've only got each other.
what does this say, if anything, about the Jessica Rabbit and what's his face Rabbit?
Roger.
Roger Rabbit.
This is a whole different universe.
I know it's a whole different universe, but is it same or similar types of rules, or are they just freaky?
You know what? I think that universe is a little bit more freaky.
You think they're just freaky?
That universe, I mean, we
It's
talk.
like, well, they're both into it and they can both say yes, so it's fine. I mean, they're not going to get anything from it, but apart from,
Well, Jessica Rabbit is more of a human, isn't she? From what I remember.
Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit's weird.
Jessica Rabbit's straight up just a
Human?
seductively drawn lady.
Oh yeah, she's a human, but her last name's Rabbit because she's married Roger
Yeah,
Rabbit. That's
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's just no. Well, yeah, it's the same thing.
Same thing.
She's just into rabbits.
Yeah, but can they produce offspring
Yeah.
in the same way?
Oh, in the same way, yeah, they can only have boy rabbits and girl humans. Of
Or,
course.
or is it, as I'm saying, are they just freaky? Are they just like, I don't care if it's that. I'm just into it.
I mean, I think that's the same in the Muppet universe too, to be honest.
Yeah, but
They're all just a bit freaky.
I think for them, it's
Kermit's
something
family
that-
doesn't
I think for them,
disowned him
I
because
think
he's that freaky. His family's like, no. What are you doing? They're racist, remember, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't want
yeah.
him getting with a pig.
Bunch of racist ass frogs.
Yeah. And Miss Piggy's family's the same. Bunch of racist ass piggies.
Right. Okay.
And I think it's to say, I mean, from what I've gathered though, in Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit's world, they're all a bit more open.
Yeah.
It's a different part of the universe,
Yeah.
They're a bit more forward thinking.
Yeah,
They're not France. They haven't got a half-hung parliament to the right.
Yeah, that was correct.
They're going to the left.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious with France though,
Yeah.
how the exit poll came out and they were like, "Oh, shock! This right-wing people aren't going to win. They're not going to do it." Yeah, it's not just because people came out of the voting poll and didn't want to admit to the people they just voted for a right-wing person.
No, exactly.
Definitely not that.
Definitely not that. No.
And then he came out. Oh, it wasn't what we originally thought.
Yeah.
They are in
They
on
are,
Parliament.
Yeah.
That's great.
Right.
Right, we can get the bad ones, or one day just so I'm clear.
Depends on what situation, but at the moment, yes. Right. So what am I saying?
Boom.
I've got to get into this because we're already like half an hour deep.
Yeah.
And this is.
The carers will come at some point, and I'll have to run out and let them in. But that's all we
Yeah.
should have to do.
So this is going down a little rabbit hole of
Hold on.
YouTube's.
Yeah. Bang on time. You know what? Though you got to get the window back open anyway.
Yeah.
So just like
I'll get things all set up and
Just
ready
here.
to rock.
That's okay.
Yeah. So it's on there.
You got to talk to people still.
I know. I got this. I got the entertainments. Looking at Joe Rogan's nipples again. I mean, look at that. What is that? What is that? Come on, Joe. Come on. So we've got a little bit of a deep rabbit hole to go down. Now, I mean, self-help is a weird thing because like there's a lot of people on YouTube who would tell you that self-help isn't useful at all. Like there's no point in following a self-help thing. There's no point in getting a self-help
They're not
book.
actually up here. Yes.
All right.
She told me when they were like halfway here and they take ages to come up normally.
Right.
I say wouldn't put it on yet though because they're going to be coming. Did
Yeah.
you make sure that you actually
Yeah.
did the window on the other side? Okay. I trust you.
Yeah.
Because you're smarter than me. That's the only reason.
So
It's quite easy to trust someone that's smarter than me with tech. You know.
So right, yeah. So YouTube self-help is a big thing like in the world, and it always has been ever since YouTube
I didn't know
started.
that.
There's been people who've sort of done little blogs and things about how you can make your life better and
That's
be
cool.
a better person, all that kind of stuff.
Are we talking about like just people posting and helping other people, or are we talking about like business kind of things like on YouTube?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
This is the thing. So self-help as a topic isn't something that really just starts with YouTube. It's not even something that just starts with
It
celebrities.
starts with you.
It starts with you.
That's where we're going.
Self-help starts with you.
Oh yeah.
So
I know what his voice is.
Yeah.
It wasn't even it. Okay.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people on YouTube at the moment who would just go straight up and say, self-help is just entirely bullshit. It's entirely for losers. You're never going to get anywhere. It's all just to like suck money out of you and stuff like that,
Yeah. I get that.
Which is fine if you want to just sort of look at things in black and white. But what I've tried to do here is sort of
They're coming to get us.
a little plane going over.
To be fair, it probably would be a good idea to close the
quite
window
low
actually
for
while we're
Birmingham.
doing this, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to close the window.
Yeah.
That would make sense for audio. That was low because it was probably looking for someone though, just a cloud line.
Yeah.
Was it a plane? Sorry.
I sounded like a plane. We could down.
A chicken boom down.
Wow.
Oh god, I want it to come. No, it didn't come out actually, I don't think. No, it didn't come out, bang it. It didn't come out at all. I think we should be fine. Go back onto it and look.
It's still picking it up, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, people.
That
And now-
was
Just make
impressive.
sure. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
The joys of a live show, ladies and
Can
gentlemen.
we self-help me? Oh, they didn't even see it actually because the window was in front.
Yeah.
They have no idea what happened.
They just saw the pratfall, but no reason or consequence. Oh well. So yeah, self-help is something that's always been vaguely interesting to me. I think it's vaguely interesting to everyone. Everyone wants to be a slightly better person than they were the day before, and ultimately I think that's the goal in life, is to try and better yourself to the point where you can achieve your goals and consider yourself, a successful person.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, that's what this podcast's about. That's what fucking post-apocalyptic Treehouse is about.
That's specifically what it's about.
Yeah, it's about trying to sort of
Time
be
travel.
like, it's trying to push myself to be like, what can I achieve? What
Oh,
can I
and the
do?
reasoning behind it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I meant the storyline.
No.
I do love, in all seriousness, I love the idea of self-help, as yeah. I love mindfulness and trying to always be aware of yourself. Like, I don't think that's the right word. I don't know. I'm just I came up with this shit myself, so I don't really know if it's the right word. So I just like believing in, or always thinking about, like, what you're doing and trying to better yourself, etc.
Yeah.
You don't need to put it on F11 though. Just put it on.
I'm just trying to. But it keeps doing that. There we go.
There you go. See, that's why.
Yeah. So, did you
Right.
know, according to Custom Market Insights, the self-help and personal development industry is going to be worth around $80 billion by the year 2032.
See, that's the thing. As I was like, what I meant there a bit. I've never looked at any self-help stuff. I like the Zen version of just figuring it out yourself.
Yeah.
It works for different people, ain't it?
Yeah.
So this is interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of this. So
Already-
how much? Because that's a hell of a lot.
Already in 2022, it was 44 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Which means there are a lot of people out there trying to better themselves,
Which is
and
good.
yet the world seems like a shittier place.
Well, look at this a different way. There's all these companies out there.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to better themselves. That's true.
Right.
But yet, apparently, going by the world, it's not
It's not successful.
It's not successful.
Either that-
Almost like they want you coming back with their self-help.
Exactly. It's almost like the self-help doesn't necessarily have to work for them
Yeah.
to be successful.
I mean, I don't think... You might change my mind, but I can't see that being a thing per se, that the self-helps will be like that.
Yeah.
But more than anything, people are just crap.
The thing is, I think
We
it's
all
a
are.
spectrum. Again, like a lot of the YouTube like videos out there at the moment would just say that everyone who's into self-help is a shyster. Everyone who's into self-help is a fucking, is trying to take your money from you.
Is that yours?
Yeah, but it's done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Looks like there's still some on there.
Yeah, I can't be bothered.
Oh, lighter.
I don't know. There's one there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what they are. I got one somewhere, but I think I threw half through it
Do you
when I
wanna
fell
roll that?
over. Yeah, that will work.
So, George Carlin had a lovely little bit about self-help, and I love George Carlin. George Carlin's one of the OG stand-up comedians.
Yeah, I haven't listened to a lot of his stuff. I need to, though. I know
He's
this. I've
so good.
been told that I would like him.
Yeah. So let's have a little look at what George Carlin said on it.
For Pep India, this was. Pep Talk India.
Pep Talk India.
I
It's not
noticed
by
that.
you, Pep Talk India.
People who read self-help books need motivation.
Yeah.
See, this is older, so this is interesting because this is going to be about a world from before.
Yeah.
Read self-help books. Why do so many people need help? Life is not that complicated. You get up, you go to work, you eat 3 meals, you take one good shit, and you go back to bed. That's the fucking mystery.
Yeah.
And the part I really don't understand, if you're looking for self-help, why would you read a book written by somebody else?
That's so fucking true, though, man. It's so true.
Yeah.
If you're reading something about self-help, it should be very short.
Yes.
There shouldn't be much to it.
It should basically be a mirror that you talk at.
But with directions of how to do it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Like, some people need guidance on, like, meditation, for example. Some people
That's
it's
true.
harder to get into.
This is as well. This is my point, I think,
I
that
don't
I
do
find
that,
later on. You're sort of skipping forward on my point, but I think
Sorry.
it's true. That's fine. Because I think ultimately self-help is one of those things where you should go to certain people for certain things, and you should identify what it is that you're trying to find from that person,
Yeah.
and take that knowledge out of it, and not necessarily take that entire person's point of view.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And there's so
no.
many people who turn it into like a cult of personality.
Yeah.
And it becomes less about self-help and it becomes just imitation.
What does it become?
What?
What did you say it becomes? Like a cult of...
A cult of personality.
Like Mussolini!
Yeah. And Gandhi. It's a cult of personality.
I was trying to remember the word then. I just took that from one of the people I listen to, Jim Cornette.
Yeah,
Whenever CM Punk comes out, he's like, Mussolini! I don't know what I said then.
Like
Mussolini! Anyway,
Yeah.
George Carlin.
It's such a genuinely good song, that. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, it's a great song.
yeah. George Carlin, yes.
That's help.
Yeah.
Like, it's true, though.
There's no such thing as self-help. If you did it yourself, you didn't need help. You did it yourself. Try to pay attention to the language we've all agreed on. And it's similar. A similar mystery to me. Motivation books, motivation seminars. Why would anyone need to be motivated by someone else. I say if you lack motivation, a seminar isn't
You
going
know
to help you. What you really need is to be smashed in the head 30 or 40 times with a golf club. That'll fucking motivate you. Or else at least get you up and moving around the room. You know, locate your socks, shit like that. Get the day rolling. Motivation is bullshit. If you ask me, this country could use a little less motivation. The people who are motivated are the ones who are causing all the trouble. Stock swindlers, serial killers, child molesters, Christian conservatives. These people who are highly motivated.
I like that. That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
It's extremely true. I love that.
You would love George Carlin's
I
stuff.
think I
man.
would. I have heard from a few people.
He's remarkable. He was one of the great comedians of all time.
Like observational stuff like that, like
Yeah.
looking at stuff a different way.
Have you ever
know.
seen his list of words you cannot say on TV?
You know what? That sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
That does sound like something I've seen actually.
You can't say piss, shit, fuck, motherfucker.
I think that was one of the things I've seen, but not realising it's George Carlin because I've first seen that.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that's true.
So yeah, as he says, is self-help actually self-help if someone else is helping you do it? Not really. Not really. And I know what it is they're trying to say. They're trying to say, we're giving you the tools to be able to do it. But not all of them seem to be giving you tools. Some of them more seem to be giving you sort of experiences than anything else.
Yeah, are we just on about more here, like the ones that aren't very good at it?
I mean, it depends what you're looking for, I suppose.
Because there's like ulterior sides to it as well.
There are.
Worse sides
There
to
are.
it.
So, when things go wrong, let's have a little bit of a look at the news there.
Wait, what? You're going to look at the news?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we are turning into... This is like, we're actually getting facts now.
Fact.
This is not something we're used to. And there's also an Easter egg on this page right now, something that might be included in one of my future episodes.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Is it Jetpack Man?
It might be. A bit of an obvious one, because there's only 2 Easter eggs, and your one ain't not going to be Piers Morgan.
So, as I say, some of them are looking for more... Sorry.
So I looked at that and I was like, what?
Yeah, some people are looking more for experiences.
Like
And they
this.
want to see themselves get pushed to a level where they think that they're going to have some kind of great epiphany, like Jesus in the desert. You know?
It's true. I get that. Yeah, they do that a lot.
And in fact, they did a whole bit on this on Arrested Development, where the dad at one point becomes this spiritual guru.
Bateman.
No, the dad of Jason Bateman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jeffrey Tremblay or whatever.
I know you mean, that guy.
Um,
He's quite good, actually.
He's really good, yeah.
I haven't watched
But
much of
he
Development.
creates a sweat lodge, and it's basically sort of based after this guy, a guy called James Ray, jailed for Arizona sweat lodge deaths. This was in
Wow.
BBC News from BBC Canada in November 2011, written by... Does it actually say who it's written by?
Ah, fuck 'em.
It doesn't, that's
They
brilliant.
work for the BBC, they're nameless.
So yeah, James Ray was convicted in June of negligent homicide and will serve 3 sentences concurrently. Deaths occurred at the Angel Valley Retreat near a 115 kilometers. Angel Valley Retreat Center, 115 kilometers north of Phoenix, in October 2009. Ray said at the hearing he would have stopped the ceremony if he knew the people were in distress, and he accepted blame for causing pain to the victims' families. The families
Well,
of
that's
the 3
good.
victims, Kirby Brown, James Shaw and Liz Newman, had pleaded for the maximum 9-year sentence. Ray has been given 3 2-year sentences to be conserved concurrently and will pay more than $57,000 or £3,600 in restitution. That does not seem like enough for 3 people dying.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a lot.
No.
But
it
at the
doesn't.
same time, though, you've got to remember, I will point out that they chose to do that shit.
That's
the
true.
problem.
They did.
That's why, it's not a murder.
No.
As much as I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot,
Yeah.
it's not a murder.
No.
I don't think he should get, crazy amounts of time.
Because they knew they were doing something stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
it's like you wouldn't insult the originator of the cinnamon challenge
No.
because somebody choked on cinnamon.
No, it's not their fault. Someone else saw someone do it and still did it anyway. So sweat lodges are typically used by American Indians to rid the body of toxins by pouring water over heated rocks in the structure.
Oh wow! I didn't know that's where that came
Yeah.
from.
No, I didn't either. Emergency services were called to the sweat lodge after some of the 50 people at the event reported they were having difficulty breathing. 2 people fainted at the ceremony and died later the same evening. A third participant died a week later, failing to wake up from a coma.
Jesus.
18 people were taken to hospital, reportedly suffering from illness ranging from dehydration to kidney failure.
Well, I mean, that shit'll get you.
Yeah.
Cooking yourself.
You're literally
Not
in
good.
the middle of like Death Valley, and we've seen how hot it's got recently. It's
When
got
you
to
said
100
Arizona as well, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, well, you don't need much.
It's
there.
127 degrees Fahrenheit in Death Valley at the moment.
Do we know what that is in Celsius?
Like, let's do a little look.
Well, I mean, it's going to be at least like
127 Fahrenheit to C. There we go.
47.
That is 52.7
Wow.
degrees
Jeez.
Celsius.
Wow, I can't even imagine that.
That's unbelievably hot.
I went on holiday once to Spain, Tenerife.
Yeah.
And it was a heat wave and it was like 33, 34 degrees and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being like, I,
remember
was young and I was like,
yeah, the hottest I've ever experienced was 38 degrees.
oh, wow, that is, wow.
That was. I think it might have even got to 40 at one point potentially, and that was in Hungary, in the summer, and it was like it was dead hot, and there's no air moving apart from around the
So you
river.
feel it as well.
So you really feel it. But like 52 degrees, that's a whole nearly 20 degrees hotter.
Yeah, that's, I genuinely can't imagine what that would be like.
That's crazy.
Other
well,
than-
nearly 15 degrees hotter.
Other than, well, you know, death.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it's like in my cooker. That's about the only thing I can compare it to.
I mean,
I've touched the side of my cooker by accident.
so imagine being in that heat and stopping yourself from drinking water because you're in a sweat lodge and you want to see a spiritual or have a spiritual
So is that how
awakening.
hot the sweat lodge was? So 'cause
Yeah.
if that's how hot, how is it?
It wasn't necessarily that hot, but we're still talking degrees of like 40 plus degrees.
Yeah, because it's going to be warmer in there than it is in Arizona full stop anyway.
Yeah, and they're pouring hot
Exactly.
rocks. Yeah,
It's going to be warmer than
Way
however
hotter.
Arizona.
So it's it's
Otherwise,
probably-
what's the point? Just
Yeah.
go in the fucking.
just go in the fucking sun.
Yeah, just go outside.
Yeah, just stand under a tree.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, don't stand. That defeats the object of it.
You'd still be hot enough under a tree, but
It's shaded though.
yeah, you'd still be way hot enough. Under
I suppose
a tree.
they're not having UV rays in,
Yeah, exactly.
in the thingy.
probably good
They're
for
being smart.
Exactly.
They don't want to get skin cancer. You know
Yeah.
that would be.
No, they just
you
want to
wouldn't
get-
want that.
They just want to get kidney failure.
And die. But you don't want skin cancer, kids.
No.
Wear your sunscreen or go in the shade and you'll be fine, as
Yeah.
you see here.
Yeah. So self-help, sort of, in a way, comes more from like Eastern things than it does from traditional Western things. So there were a lot of like gurus and things like that who people and like priests were kind of that, but priests never really had quite the same sort of appeal.
Yeah, they were more like a spokesman.
Exactly.
And then other people were more like guiders.
Yeah, like gurus were
Yeah.
people who were supposed to have a lot of wisdom and
Yeah.
just generally be sort of wise beyond their years and incredibly like smart and able to sort of figure out situations and you know,
Like me.
yeah, that's right, yeah. But like that whole tradition has been sort of usurped over the years and turned more into this sort of more traditional, more sort of
Ow.
corporate.
I just burnt my nose.
Oh no!
I was doing this, I was like, being all
Yeah, yeah,
thing,
and
and
then
then
you
it went
caught it.
up like that.
Oh.
I was like, ah!
So
Sorry.
yeah, there's a more corporate version of what gurus are, and there's another bit in Arrested Development, another brilliant bit where Maybe's mother goes to a guru. And it turns out to be Maybe in disguise, but she takes it all as this really spiritual thing. It's really smart, and it's all at like a big hotel.
Fucking cats under the settee.
Cats under the settee.
I was just like, what is that? And I couldn't figure out what it was. And it was her paws coming out, getting on my shoe. I thought I was going fucking crazy, man. I thought it was either a ghost or I was just going mental.
Yeah.
That's where you go when I don't know where you are. Okay,
Okay,
that makes sense.
more sense.
She's just been a few times when she's in this room. It's like a giant room, as you can see.
Yeah.
And she disappeared, and I'm like, okay, she must be under, like, down there or something.
Yeah.
But no, she's under the fucking thingy.
But
Sorry again.
yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, but like the guru thing has been turned into many different things by many different people, and no one quite as much as someone I mentioned last week, Deepak Chopra.
Oh, you did mention.
I did mention Deepak Chopra.
Is this one of the, like, kind of yogi people?
He's not quite so yoga-y. He's more just sort of misunderstanding science and calling it fucking smart.
Oh.
So, like many of
So
these...
he's Terence Howard.
Sorry, like many of these fucking...
Pause it. Just click on it. I mean,
There we go.
if you click on it, it'll pause.
Yeah. No, it's because... Oh, it's picked up that one now.
Oh, just go up.
It won't let me go up.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
That is also very interesting as well. It's all about the time when this one wrestler that was in WWE, and he used to be a farmer gimmick. They would pour slop, or they'd have a bucket, and they would put. There's actual story here. So why you're doing this? They'd have a bucket, and they would pour slop onto people. Like that would be the gimmick, at the end of the match. And normally it wouldn't be slop. It would be like just something nice, But then there was this time when just click on the actual anything on it.
I've got it.
One time when there was this one woman that they had to do it to, everybody disliked her. So they put the bucket down that they used for very much like your bucket. We had the holes actually, it was just like that. They put it down and they would say to the locker room, so I'm going to be pouring this slop on Sunny tonight, everyone. And I'm just going to go out the room for a bit and do some things. And then I will take this bucket. So basically everybody put the worst fucking stuff in there.
Fuck.
And then that was the shot where they actually poured it onto her.
Jesus.
She wasn't popular.
No.
She was a dick, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, she's a dick now because she's actually in prison for killing someone.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Fuck.
She drank all the time and she did like a DUI. And it was one of them, she'd done it so many times. And
It
she
was
killed.
just inevitably going to happen at some point. Yeah.
I think it won't be an older guy she killed, but she killed someone full stop. She's in prison right now.
Fuck me.
So, I don't. It's like,
It's like
it was
well
very smart
deserved
time to
in
tell
the
that
end.
story.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to complain.
No. Fuck that
Hey,
bitch.
she's a murderer. You're not gonna. No one's gonna stick up for Gypsy Rose. Well, someone did actually.
Well, of course, there's always some simp. Anyway, so yeah, Deepak Chopra was brought to us like a lot of these fucking self-help gurus and what do you call it?
Yeah. Is that the guy, Deepak Chopra?
Yeah.
See, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this at first, the first time I saw it, when I saw it for a moment by accident, I thought it was that comedian that kind of looks like him.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The younger one.
one.
He's in sitcoms as well, any sometimes I think.
Yeah.
You know who I mean, though.
Oh, actually, I know. I think it might be a different guy. I don't know who you mean.
I'll put it up at some point, but I don't want to interrupt the thing again.
So yeah, was brought to us by none other than Oprah herself.
Oh my God! Really?
Oprah is so into the self-empowerment and self-fucking-help shit. And she is so into bringing these kinds of people into her fucking wheelhouse.
And we've learned this year or last year that we can definitely trust everything she says as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Deepak.
University, where they were feeding rabbits diets that were extremely high in cholesterol. And they found to their amazement there was one group of rabbits that never got the high cholesterol levels. After a while, they found out that the technician who was feeding these rabbits, instead of just throwing the food at them, he would stroke them and pet them and cuddle them and kiss them and then feed them the same poisonous food. But now, as a result of that experience of happiness, they made chemicals inside their brain and the body that turned the cholesterol into a completely different metabolic pathway. So it's not just your food, but what your awareness, what your consciousness, and your state of emotions is at the time you're eating. Your state of mind can convert nectar into poison and the other way around to poison.
See, you're not gonna like my opinion with this, though.
That's all right. It's all right.
They were feeding
So go ahead.
I mean, he's being a bit,
Being a bit woo-woo about it.
being a bit like, overly sure of these things and being like, this will, if you give someone poison and make them happy, they won't die. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
But I do believe in the body's power to do things that we don't understand in science at all.
I totally agree with that as well. And then, in fact, there's a thing as well. There's kids who are incredibly picky eaters, and they
I do.
Yeah, and they literally will not eat anything that is supposed to be healthy for them, but they seem to be fine.
I'm talking to you, Max and TJ.
That's
you shouldn't be listening, but I'm talking to you.
That is an actual thing that they found, and they found those kids don't tend to actually have a nutritional deficit. For some reason, their body is actually fine working off of this food.
Right, yeah.
And they don't know why.
So they're complaining about they don't want this one particular food, but it's like their body's filling in.
No, not even that. I mean hyper picky eaters. I mean the ones who will only eat a certain type of food. There's kids out there who will only eat crisps or only eat chocolate or only eat this.
And they go on to adults doing it, like they'll only eat like a tomato sandwich.
Eventually, like they get to the points where they're adults and they do start to sort of go, right, I'll try a little bit of that, I'll try a little bit of that, unless they're really, really autistic.
Well, yeah, there are people out there that into adult life.
Full blown OCD stuff, yeah.
Not even OCD, they're just fucking get stuck in their ways.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a lot of my family is super like will only eat one type of meal. Like my aunt will only eat chips.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
really.
She won't eat anything else for dinner, lunch, any chips.
Just
that's
chips.
it.
Yeah. That's a thing, isn't it?
It is a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Like it is generally a thing.
So that's the first part of Deepak. I've got more Deepak for you though.
God, you know what? It sounds like a fucking rap song to me, so I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Come in Deepak Shakur. Who's that? Deepak Shakur, that's all thing, you know.
Deepak Shakur would be a very interesting fucking show.
You know what? That would be a great parody rap guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't do that because if I'm doing an Indian voice, I'd be in trouble.
Yeah. I'd do it still.
Okay, cool.
On my podcast, quite happily.
Oh, you know what we do? Do it and then just animate a character.
Yeah.
And we'll interact with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And when they ask who does the voice, well, I don't know.
No, I will die on this hill. It is not racist to do an impression of someone if they sound like that.
No, it's not. I agree with that.
I will die on that hill.
I should probably clarify what I was thinking, though. Doing that song, you'd have to go full character.
All right. Yeah,
And-
No, I'm not doing an Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher.
Do you not know that he did that? That was one of the things that like tanked his career for a bit.
He did Indian face.
He did Indian face, like right when Indian face wasn't okay to do anymore.
Yeah, I remember that wave of people doing Indian faces, and we were like, no, that's not okay. I remember that wave.
It was literally before the whole blackface wave happened, like a year before.
Are you being serious now?
Well, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, okay.
It was like a primer for it.
Wow. I had no idea about Ashton Kutcher doing that.
Yeah.
But he was probably busy killing people, so he didn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't mind. He's
but,
busy.
You know, nobody can do it other than Robert Downey Jr. But is it okay?
Have you seen? Sorry, have you seen the trailer for the new fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Is that the one with Robert Downey Jr. in?
No, it's the one with Josh Hartnett in it, and it's basically
I hate him.
Josh Hartnett's
Hate
playing
him.
a serial killer,
Okay,
and he's inside this fucking giant stadium watching a show,
Right.
and it turns out it's a trap to catch him, and he's got to try and sneak his way out, and it sounds really interesting.
That's the whole film.
That's the film. But like, it's a.
I wanted a film following a serial killer.
It's an M.
Now
Night-
you're telling me there's a serial
Oh, no,
killer
there's
that they're
a-
following
there's
in a
a-
fucking...
There's a film that does that as well. There's a film by Elijah Wood where you literally are Elijah Wood's point of view as he's a serial killer going around killing people.
Elijah Wood, who's that again?
Elijah Wood is the Hobbit from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could take that
Elijah
seriously.
Wood is so into his horror. Elijah Wood is a fucking horror pro.
I've only seen him do... there was something he...
Oh mate,
He did
no.
on,
You've got to get into your late stage Elijah Wood because you
Yeah,
would
the
love
later
late
stage something,
yeah.
but it was like a weird thing he did. It was on
Was
Netflix.
it on Netflix? Oh, Dirk Gently.
yeah.
Dirk Gently was fucking
That was
amazing.
so good.
I loved that show, man.
That was
and they only
really
got
good.
2 series out of it. That could have got at least 5 series.
Is that already stopped now then? Has it
Yeah,
been stopped?
they cancelled that after the
Usual
second
Netflix.
series because it's like, oh well, you know, it's not exploded quite as big as we thought it would immediately, so it's down.
Someone else
It's
should
not
take
as
that
big
on.
as fucking Stranger Things, so fuck it.
Weird that, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, exactly.
That's almost ending though now, so something else is going to have to
Yeah.
take that
Yeah,
thing.
and they're desperately trying, but they don't have anything that's keeping people's attention long enough.
Well, that's the thing though, you can't fill that void until that void is empty. Till Strange Things is gone. I'm just talking for Netflix for that specific thing. There should be plenty of space at other things as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is Netflix.
Anyway, so Deepak
big-
Chopra on neuroscience. Because neuroscientists can't explain it, but Deepak Chopra fucking can.
Wait, so does he think he's like actually like a professor or something? Is
He
actually-
genuinely seems to think he's worked out everything. Seems to think he understands quantum mechanics.
Oh, God.
He seems to think he understands fucking neuroscience and everything to a level that neuroscientists walk up to him, and you'll see some videos later on where they're just like, "Excuse me, could I explain this to you? Because you've got this horribly wrong."
See, no, I believe in the idea that, you know, like, these people, like, scientists and that, don't necessarily understand everything
Yeah.
as much as we think we do. But
if a scientist is telling you they don't understand it,
well, yeah, it doesn't mean Deepak Chopra
does
understands this.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. This is like Terence Howard. This is like the original Terence Howard thing.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
Neurochemistry or neuroelectricity produce this experience. There's no explanation for this. You're looking at
Oh, he's older there, isn't he?
Yeah.
all that's coming to your eyes are invisible photons. There's no red waves coming to your eyes.
Okay,
Photons.
incorrect. First of all, light travels
Well, hold
as
on.
a wave.
There were no red waves coming to my eyes then. He's not wrong.
No, there are.
I couldn't see them.
There are. There. It's coming off of the jumper and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
like that.
yeah. Not that one.
Not that
oh,
one.
that was one of the top. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, in that sense.
So, like, basically,
Yeah, okay.
the way it works is like photons are moving as a wave and a particle. This is another thing that we cannot explain in science necessarily.
Wait, say it again so I can.
Photons
Right.
move as a wave, so like a
I heard fucking
A
Terence Howard talk
microwave,
about this a lot. Yeah.
like,
Congregational
but
wave.
they are also moving as a particle at the same time.
Straight.
And you can actually show this in an experiment. I think it's called the two-slit experiment.
Is that straight though? Pardon?
Yeah, and you can actually see that it changes shape based on, like, one thing would work as a particle, one thing would work as a wave, but they both work at the same time, and we don't know why.
Is there any? Can we see any reason why?
Realistically,
As in, like,
the only thing...
any reactions, any like environmental stuff to this?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, we know that things give off different waves in the what we call visual spectrum of light. Now,
Right,
we
right.
have decided in our brains that red looks a certain way,
Yeah.
and that black looks a certain way, and that, you know, grey looks
And-
a certain way, blue looks a certain way, green, all these other
Well,
things.
what's quite interesting as well is how I understand that they look could be wildly different than how you understand they
Yeah,
look.
and we don't know 100%.
You can't know. It's impossible,
we
really.
can't know 100% if that's true or false. Yeah, we can't.
But they're still
But
the same things. It's just
to
how they
us-
react to us. yeah.
Exactly, and that could be it. That could be why everyone's favourite colour is different. Because
Yeah,
everyone's favourite colour is one thing, but we all call it different shit because we've all interpreted it.
And why some people walk into people's houses and are like, why have you got a wall with
Yeah,
that and that?
that's
oh.
horrible. Yeah, exactly. And other people are like, that's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, and it's like, you can't really 100% say it, and that's sort of what he's saying here. But he then takes the extra leap to suddenly turn it into this whole sort of spiritual thing that it doesn't necessarily need to
So
do.
he's totally doing no Terence Howard is getting to like 19
Yeah.
on blackjack and
Yeah.
then just
And
hitting
then just
again.
hitting again.
Like doing amazing up to then
Yeah, yeah.
every time. And then
then
just like
hit.
hit me and going up to 27
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They have no color, they have no shape, they don't even have
You know, I want to go back just because I feel like we'd already stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at me right now. All that's coming to your eyes are invisible photons. There's no red waves coming to your eyes. Okay, invisible photons.
I just want to check.
They have no color, they have no shape, they don't even have units of mass.
You know,
should
put the
turn it.
desktop audio on.
They're not, they don't
Yeah?
have any
Yeah, and I'm just going to
dimensionality.
mute this when we're watching a thing. We're going to have to go back with this.
You use, you're
You don't need to just pull it up
exposed right
to about halfway.
now that are giving you the
Bit less,
experience of
actually.
your own body,
More down, actually.
of me and this room.
Yeah, because it's quite loud.
That's all that's coming to you is
Yeah.
electrical information. All that's going to your brain is
electrical current. It's called an action potential.
Go back
Yeah.
and start it again because I missed it all now.
body. Not
They don't have any dimensionality. The photons that you're exposed to right now, that are giving you the experience of your own body, of me and this room, that's all that's coming to you is electrical information. All that's going to your brain is an electrical current. It's called an action potential.
Right, so
I'm not going to lie, I didn't listen to a lot of it because I was thinking about the other stuff.
yeah, he's calling it.
But we
an
can't
action
play it again because
potential.
people
I
will
don't
listen to
think I don't know enough about science to call him on this bullshit.
That's a good job I'm here then.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what they mean by an action potential.
So fill me in what they said then. Give the
So he's talking.
give us the layman's.
He's literally talking about the fact that, you know, your brain is interpreting these electrical signals.
Yeah.
And that's true. We are interpreting these waves, but they do still exist. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's not like we're all interpreting these waves completely differently.
Yeah.
And you see a fucking triangle when I see a box.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we all see the same fucking shapes. So there is a physical thing that is happening that is giving us this information.
Yeah, I do think that I reckon that we all might see the colours differently.
Yeah.
But it's still the same thing happening.
Exactly.
It's still the exact same thing happening.
Exactly. And he seems to be suggesting that somehow it's like more ethereal, like nothing really exists and it's all like, you know...
And action potential, is that like pretty much saying anything can happen at this point?
Sort of, yeah. That's what he's interpreting.
You know, let's give him a chance, because I want to go back and understand it again. So let's go back to where it is. Pause it for a second. Oh, no, that was where it started. Okay. Yeah.
All that's coming to your eyes are invisible photons. There's no red waves coming to your eyes. Okay, invisible photons. They have no color, they have no shape, they don't even have units of mass. Okay, so they don't have any dimensionality. The photons that you're exposed to right now, that are giving you the experience of your own body, of me and this room, that's all that's coming to you is electrical information. All that's going to your brain is an electrical current. It's called an action potential. But you're
I did it fucking again. I can't make the people listen to it again.
The thing is, you're trying to follow along with something which is inherently nonsensical.
Okay, is that the problem?
He is not actually putting together a logical thing. He is just saying something basic like, we all interpret these different signals in different ways, and he's turning it into this fucking
craziness,
word soup so that he can sound smarter than he is.
I say, because what he's saying, it doesn't seem to be spiritual at all to me.
No, but I'm
sure to him he's trying to make that thing.
He starts to make that change.
I can see how it's going to go to it.
Exactly.
I totally.
Yeah. Let's
continue with it.
Yeah.
this room, you're experiencing your own body, you're experiencing thoughts. In fact, you're experiencing what we call reality, everyday reality. Believe it or not, no neuroscientist can tell you how that happens. They can look at what they call neural correlates. A correlation is not a causation, as we know. If the rooster crows in the morning and the sun rises at the same time, we don't assume that the rooster caused the sun to rise.
I mean, he's right. We don't assume that.
We don't.
I don't assume that.
But he also doesn't seem to understand that brains are... Again, it's not that people are saying that it's this mystical thing that doesn't make any sense. They're saying the brain is so fucking complex and has so many connections and neural changes that happen based on brain chemistry and time of day and this and that and the other. And we can't necessarily track exactly where these thoughts come from, exactly how this process is, because we are trying to understand something using the thing we're trying to understand. It's like trying to get a Windows 95 computer to become sentient and fix itself. It's impossible.
That's a really good... That's actually, because you are... Yeah, I see what
you know what I mean?
It's not impossible, but I think...
You need a supercomputer, an AI supercomputer that is far more intelligent than the human brain to be able to understand the human brain.
But then you still
because you need something leaps ahead intelligence to be able to understand how something gets made.
Then the problem is, though, that thing has still got to then figure out a way to explain it to us.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if you can still do with that.
But also, we can't necessarily make an AI that smart.
Yeah.
How do we go and make an AI that's that smart if we are this dumb?
To be honest, I kind of think like that stuff's kind of like limitless. So I don't know about that. But
it'll take care of itself after a while.
I know right now.
I think you can still gain in intelligence over time.
Yeah, right now though, I know this. I've heard this loads. That the brain is like super, like we can't understand it because it's so powerful.
Yeah.
Such a powerful. It's miles more powerful than anything we've been able to create, and it works completely differently as well.
Yeah.
We're still figuring out, but then we have started to figure it out though when you look at it like the electric currents of it and doing stuff like that, like the chip and that.
There's someone who's managed to get a bit of grown brain tissue to do computations for it, so they've got biological computers.
Ah?
Yeah.
Oh, a bit of like, they're taking a bit of brain tissue out and they collected it to a computer.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And
That's what 40k is. They don't have fucking, Warhammer 40k. They don't have computers because they had an AI upload.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a person.
So they just plug
what?
people into all the machines and they do all the computing.
Oh, so that was me thinking it was a person that had done this, and he's on about 40k.
Yeah.
They're not a person.
Oh no, that's in real life.
Oh,
They have
okay.
done that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's what it's going to turn into.
Oh man, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell wouldn't this?
Yeah.
Like that would be a reason for the machines to keep us alive.
Well,
Right there.
exactly. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
But they are correlated.
Your mind, your brain, and the physical world are correlated experiences in a deeper realm of existence which is not in space or time.
You do monastic retreat.
Quiet.
It is in space
Just
or
loud
time.
enough that we can hear it.
But it is in space or time.
I don't understand what he's saying at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but he's saying like
like you
he's
said, this
saying
word
that your
soup to me.
brain in itself exists out of space and time because your thought doesn't exist in real space because it's just electrical impulses in the brain, and so therefore it's not actually real, and so therefore it's not in part of this actual
Right,
time. It's
right,
like, no, dude,
right.
you're still part of
I get
the
ya.
physical
I see
universe.
what you're
This is
saying.
still explainable by natural laws. We just don't know what those laws are yet.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Because when I was hearing that, do you know when my mum went to it at?
Yeah.
It's like, no, I see what he's maybe thinking.
Yeah.
Well, not that what he's thinking.
Yeah.
But what I get from that is, I think there's something to that, like with ideas and all this stuff where they come from, and there's something else to our brain that we don't get.
Yeah.
But in the natural law, because I think that would be just some slight connection possibly to another dimension or something.
Yeah.
You know how we talk about like trans-dimensional aliens and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
beings. Maybe just a little key to that we've got. Like people get when they have shrooms and that, or like, well, ayahuasca.
Yeah.
That like kind of link dust is kind of there to maybe like another dimension. That's as far as my
Did you ever hear
thing would go to for that.
Did you ever hear what's his face? Oh, what's his
Yeah,
name?
yeah, I've heard him a lot, mate. He's good.
Oh,
Fucking
he was the
banging.
guy who directed
M. Night Shyamalan.
Twin Peaks. Wrote and directed Twin Peaks.
Oh. Tim
Let me have a little Google.
Tecker? I think it's Tim Tecker. I'm pretty sure. I think when you look on there, you're going to find Tim Tecker.
It's not Tim Tecker.
You sure? Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be.
David Lynch.
See, I told you.
Do me a favour. Pass me this here.
Go on then.
I'm just going to search David Lynch on Thought. Let's put that back up.
I can do it for you if you want, because it looks a bit uncomfortable for you.
That's alright, I got it. I got it.
Okie dokie. I like it when I'm able to just sit back and look at Joe Rogan's nipples. Man, they are crazy things. And Ethan Klein there doing one of the few things I find funny of him, doing an impersonation there. I do find the look he goes for sometimes on his episodes quite funny.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he starts talking, I'll turn it off.
Now this is my favourite thing ever
Oh, God.
about where ideas come from. Now this is just a bit of a tangent, but it is sort of in a similar vein.
I'm down for any
But I
tangent.
love David Lynch's ideas on Thought. So here we go.
Everything that we do starts with an idea.
So,
Oh, right.
Unless we have an idea. So ideas are like fish. And you don't make the fish, you catch the fish. You desiring an idea is like putting a bait on a hook and lowering it in the water.
okay, I needed to hear that again. These kind of things are hard for me to put into my head,
Yeah.
you know.
And you don't make the fish, you catch the fish.
Oh, I kind of agree with this, I think.
Desiring an idea is like putting a bait on a hook and lowering it in the water. You can catch ideas from daydreaming, or you can catch ideas from places. If you think that maybe a place could conjure ideas, then you have to go out of the house and go traveling. You can be going down the street, see a reflection on a little pool in the gutter, and bang, an idea will come. Who knows how it happens? I always say it's like there's a man in another room with the whole film together, but they're in puzzle parts, and he's flipping one piece at a time into me. And at first it's very abstract, I don't know, I have a clue, more pieces come, more ideas are caught, it starts forming a thing. And then one day, there it is. So there is, in a way, there's no original ideas. It's just the ideas that you caught.
Yeah.
That
I've heard this concept a few times, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I get it. I think there's some stuff to it, hence why it explains like a lot of parallel thinking stuff as well.
Exactly, it does, yeah. And also, like, you got to understand as well, like, parallel thinking comes with the culture.
Yeah, it does. When you've got like billions or whatever people,
If
we all have
everyone's
the
into
same
the same,
brains.
yeah, and they're all watching the same stuff and
Yeah.
what do you call it? Ingesting the same media.
There's still going to be a bunch, especially if there's a bunch of people that are already, like saying comedy, if there's a bunch of people that are already going one way, you know, like a way of congregating one way.
Yeah.
That doesn't work, I don't think. But
Right, anyway, more
there's
Deepak
gonna be
Chopra.
those people.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So this is someone calling Deepak Chopra on his shit.
What's your name?
Leonard Mlodinow.
I decided I don't care that much about
And so,
the
Leonard,
internet.
you are a quantum physicist?
I'm a theoretical physicist, and I'm also writing a book with Stephen Hawking, so I could comment on the God question with Stephen Hawking.
So, in the spirit of our no comments, just questions, what's your question? And to whom? I'll hold the mic.
Oh, you hold the mic.
How dicky is that for a thing? No comments, just questions. What? Like, no. They're paid to be there. Let them say whatever they want to say, you dick. God, come on.
That means it really has to be a question. Okay.
Right, this is my form of
It would be to Deepak to say, would you like to have a short course in quantum mechanics sometime so that we can straighten out your slightly misuse of quantum notation?
Okay, now, in all fairness, now I understand the reason for no questions.
Yeah.
Bit of a dicky move. I mean, if you don't like what he's saying, don't go to his thing. We've
No,
said
to be
this
fair-
many times.
To be fair, he literally went up against a load of scientists trying to prove a point.
Oh, and this?
Yeah. So.
Oh, well.
I,
Don't
Thank
deep
you,
back
Leonard.
then.
I would be honored, sir, and I accept your offer with great gratitude. And,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he never did that though.
Okay. Deepak, you let me down over and over. I'm giving you a chance here, man. I loved your music.
Yeah.
Well, it's Tupac again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
By the
Cool.
way, today is Einstein's birthday, so we are at a very fitting place. And
Nothing to do with
it
anything.
just occurred to me, 3:14, 3.14.
Don't know, listen, I know there's a bit of an echo when this does it. So
Yeah.
I tried to take it down as much as I can, but
Yeah.
I'm deaf as well. So.
This is so funny as well. This is Deepak Chopra doing his thing of like, if I say facts that sound vaguely interesting and important and string them together, then I'll sound important and smart. And he's in a room full of scientists who all know this shit already and know that it's just a coincidence.
This is the problem. It's like the kind of situation where you're being smart around your mates or something when you're younger and you used to, like, you know, just chat a bit of poo because you knew a little bit about something. It's like that kind of thing. But then, you know, he's just carried it on and carried it on and carried it on.
Yeah.
Most people get out of that about 10.
But not Deepak.
Not Deepak. He's into this shit.
Of, the first approximation of pi, which refers to infinity. So, as long as your quantum physics explanations help me understand infinity, I would be honored.
That would be good, but we'll have to keep it local, though. I don't think we can make it non-local.
No, but
I don't know.
can I
Why is everyone laughing at that? I don't understand that.
do you, sir, believe in the infinite?
I believe I understand to some extent the concept of infinity. I'm not sure what it means to believe in the infinite.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie then. I thought he said, sir, do you believe in the internet?
Do you believe in the internet?
I was expecting the scientist to be like, oh, what?
No, but he's like, do you believe in the infinite? And it's like, yes, the infinite exists. We
What does
know
that mean? Yeah.
infinite is a concept that exists in science, yes. But
It's a concept anyway.
Yeah.
We're just talking about things that we're just putting meanings to that aren't actual things
Yeah.
anyway. None
you've
of the
got
things
infinite-
are actual things.
You've got tiny infinities and massive infinities. You've got the infinity of the universe, which is infinite and constantly expanding. And then you've got the other infinity.
Oh, that's
which
still
is-
just a measure. That's just something getting growing.
Yeah.
That's like a plant. That's
then
like a
you've
plant, though. That means nothing.
Yeah, but then you've also got 3.333333333 reoccurring, which is also an infinite number. It's an infinity in and of itself, but it's less than
I see what you're saying there. Yeah.
less than 4.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the infinite definable
yeah,
point.
infinities
See,
exist.
that's an actual infinite.
Yeah.
The first one you said, the universe growing.
That's
I would
more
not.
of a conceptual one.
Yeah, that's like a plant just growing and growing and growing and never stops.
Yeah.
Whereas that one you said, that is
an
That's a
infinite.
true infinite.
That is true infinite.
That's like maths, though, isn't it? I suppose rather than science, because they are different things.
Yeah, it's like pi is infinite. That's another one that's
I
an
don't-
infinite number.
I don't see how.
It's a non-repeating number.
What is the actual idea behind pi? Because I've
So-
I've always
pi-
been told about pi, and I know what pi is. And all
Pi
that.
is part of the calculation to find out how big the circumference of a circle.
thought it was something
is, or
about a
the diameter
circle,
of
yeah.
something. Yeah. So essentially, it's this number that they found that is the actual. It is how you make a circle. That is.
Oh, so it's the one answer that they always get
Yeah.
to in the circle,
but pi goes
never
on
ends.
forever.
Yeah.
So it is a number that never repeats, and it continues for infinity, never repeating the same pattern once.
It's a bit of a cop-out answer then, really, to the circle bit,
Why?
because it's supposed to
No,
be.
because that's literally what it is.
I know, but
Pi
they
is.
haven't got an answer. They've got a near as answer because they haven't actually got the answer.
No, because you literally can't find the answer.
It's a cop-out then.
You
They
li-
can't understand the answer.
They've got.
We don't know.
They've had numbers not numbers. They've had computers calculating it to billions and billions and billions and billions of lines.
Should
and
have
it's
gone to
still
trillions.
There's people still trying.
Should have gone to Google.
There's people still trying.
They need to try harder.
They're not getting there.
Maybe that's not the right thing.
Yeah,
Maybe they got the wrong answer in the beginning and they're still
after
trying
a
to
while,
understand
man,
it.
You just got to accept this thing ain't
Mate,
going to repeat
But
itself.
that's what I'm saying. That maybe, just maybe, they got the wrong answer in the first place. And the reason they can't find it's an infinite answer
And
because
mate, the
it's
thing
wrong.
is, it's so infinite that there'll be moments in it as well where it will seem like it's repeating itself, and then one number will be different, and it's changed everything, and it doesn't matter anymore. And more
Wait,
importantly,
what?
Yeah. More importantly, pi. Let's get into this because this is fucking amazing.
I looked at the difference between what we think is amazing.
Savant.
Don't get me wrong, there are some versions.
Oh, fucking wrong one.
You were typing, you idiot.
Yeah.
You put your laptop to the side so you don't do it or something. But then again, I think some people just like having a laptop around. Oh, compute in the blink of an eye. The language of numbers. Have you seen like the 3-year-old? Oh, not even that, like the 2-year-old, 3-year-old kid just walking around and doing hard sums on a whiteboard? It was on Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
He got through.
There's a bit. I can't
That's
remember what it is.
talent.
There's some explanation where one of these guys literally says what pi is like to him because he doesn't see it as numbers. Numbers to him are literally like a landscape, and pi is beautiful because it goes on forever and ever and ever, and it is.
Yeah, he
literally
sees
this-
them differently.
Yeah, he says pi is the perfect number for him. It is just. It's not boring like the
Okay.
others. It
Trying
does
to-
stuff.
I
you
feel
know?
like I don't know if you're trying to find that then. So maybe like maths, C's, pi. Let's just see that first. That's probably won't work with it.
No.
Okay, how about this then? I can't never spell this word. Mathematician. Oh god, I don't know what a Y was there. That's when the thing bounced. Ah! Mathematician. Is that right?
I don't know. It
I
looks
think
like
it is.
Yeah.
C's pi. Gonna come up now. I bet you. That's why he's everywhere. Is it him?
It might be the guy down below. To be fair.
He is coming up a lot. In a blink of an eye from the 2020 Superhuman. No, this is just a guy coming up like that's just answering things really quickly. This is like the series that they did when there was a superhuman people from around the world.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could do some amazing things. Look, 31-year-old Daniel, he's spending. Oh, I don't care even already. Mind-blowing evidence of God through
Yeah, no,
mathematics.
that's bullshit.
Are you sure? How could that be bullshit?
Anyway, we're getting off track,
Yeah,
and I've
okay.
got loads more to get through. So anyway,
I mean, I think we can all agree then at the end of that pi is bullshit.
yeah,
Cool. You're
that's
wel-
just more bagging on Deepak. I don't need it at the moment. We all know how we feel about Deepak Chopra now. So he was.
Yeah, I
he
think
was,
he's a good guy.
he was big
follow
into
my
that sort of
instructions
whole
from
thing
you.
of trying to sort of
Would you
act
please
as though he
You can click on
knew-
the screen, by the way, no pause it. Just click anywhere.
Yeah, no, don't know, it's not- it's
Just
not
do the
reactive.
simple sadhana,
Oh.
all of you. You can't do
I'm
any
just
other
gonna-
yoga.
So
one thing you must do to overcome anxiety.
yeah.
Sorry, that's a good way to.
So this is that was Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra very much sort of took the Western self-help thing and sort of applied it to his own thing and started trying to get away from what the original guru stuff was.
Yeah.
And more
yeah.
into sort of trying to prove his stuff scientifically, like he was some kind of genius.
And he seemed like he just wanted a lot of admiration and stuff.
Yeah.
He was that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Whilst this guy is a guy called Sadhguru, and he's...
This is like a proper guru right here. This is someone I'd listen... If he started talking, I'd listen to him.
But again, he does do sort of big public tours and sort of just, answers questions and things like that. A bit like a Dalai Lama type thing, but for money. And...
Well, you got to make that dollar, baby.
Dollar,
so you got to make that rupal, baby.
And I'm pretty sure this guy's got quite a big amount of, money and cars and stuff. And
don't get me wrong, I'd listen to him, but I know there's some bullshit out there that look just like this, because there's that one, I'm trying to remember his name, who did that cult, Botswana, something like that, Botswana.
Yeah, similar vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it was self-help and all that, but...
Yeah. But this guy is quite interesting in what he says.
Would you create anxiety? Just do the simple sadhana, all of you. You can't do any other yoga. This much you can do, isn't it? You will see half your anxiety will start settling down. Because essentially the conflict is, there are two dimensions within you.
There you go. Two dimensions within you. There's actually three. Pretty sure. Am I wrong? Pretty sure there's 3 dimensions in us?
Yeah, probably.
Go, okay, you're already wrong. Hold on, let me read this. I suffer from anxiety disorder and tend to resist the stress and worry. Is it possible to surrender and let go so that I can live joyfully and in peace? I suffer from anxiety disorder and tend to resist the stress and worry. Surrender and let go. So you want to allow yourself to be stressed and worried so that you can be living joyfully and in peace?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
No.
My answer's just no.
Your answer's no.
You're fucking yourself up from the beginning. You want to allow yourself to be anxious.
Well,
that's not the point.
Do you want to hear?
People are wrong.
Do you want to hear a bit about his backstory, just to sort of find out a little bit about?
Sure,
where this guy
sure,
came
yeah,
from?
go ahead.
So he was.
Sadhguru, is that his name?
Yeah, Sadhguru.
So I can't do it. Sadhguru.
Sadhguru.
It sounds like the H is kind of said before the D,
Yeah.
even though it's like okay.
He was born Jagadish Vasudev.
Should have gone with that.
Commonly referred to as Jaggy, into a Telugu family. He did a load of education.
That's
he
always good.
graduated from university. He married a chick. In 1983, he taught his first yoga class. Basically, when he was brought up, he wasn't in a particularly spiritual household.
Right,
And then
okay.
he recollects his first spiritual experiences occurring after he turned 25. On the 23rd of November 1982, he drove up Chamundi Mountain, or Chamundi Hill, sorry, and as he sat on a stone, Vasudev had his first spiritual experience. He said, "All my life I had thought this is me, but now the air I was breathing, the rock on which I was sitting, the atmosphere around me, everything had become me." After about 6 days, Vasudev had another similar experience at home. 6 weeks later, he left his businesses and travelled extensively in effort to seek insight into his spiritual experiences.
Right, okay. I mean, so he was living in a kind of crappy family. He had a spiritual experience. He was like, "I'm doing that thing."
But the interesting thing about that, think about it, think about what Deepak Chopra was saying.
So
This sort of thing of you are part of everything and nothing's a real experience, and you're in this own infinity in and of itself.
I kind of buy that to a point.
You can see where that came from this sort of original guru type thing.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that idea is not something I totally dislike anyway.
No, exactly. But let's see what a bit more of what he has to say on if it's possible to surrender entirely to anxiety, because I've been having trouble with some anxiety.
If your mind
Same,
took
but
instructions from you,
It's just a weird
you
verb you
create
put it. I guess
anxiety?
it's not, it's just that question was the word strange to
so
me.
don't
Yeah.
look for answers elsewhere.
I mean, let's
It
just
is
before-
just that your own
Like, when I look at that, the whole surrendering with, as you know, I have the anxiety too, and I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I think it's more probably a reaction from the world we live in nowadays more than anything.
Probably, yeah.
I do like the idea of just surrendering yourself, but I think it's kind of focusing on the wrong way. I don't think allow yourself to be stressed and stuff is the way to go.
Right.
At all. That's completely backwards to me.
Yeah.
It's like allow yourself to stop caring about things is what you do. Allow yourself to not worry about everyone else, everything else. Allow yourself to be that bit selfish.
I think you might find that you're in a similar kind of vibe to where he goes with it.
I was wondering if it's maybe just that was just not really worded how I would think it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's designed to draw you in and make you sort of, you know.
Maybe the idea is allow yourself to be stressed because then the stress won't be there.
That's true.
And it will go away itself. If you let yourself be stressed, if you think, okay, I'm going to be stressed about these things, okay, come on, stress me out, come on, stress me out then. You're more likely
That's weird.
You know, I kind of get that though because that's true. If you attack the things that are bothering you and just like deal with it, just kind of get if that's where he's going, I get it.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that myself a bit.
Right.
But you can also allow yourself to have drugs to deal with it too, that's fine.
That does help, yeah.
Which they probably don't like.
Yeah. Is it just that your own physiology or psychological patterns are not taking instructions from you?
Maybe.
Psychology and your psychological patterns not taking instructions from you. So you said so many things, I try, whatever these big words are floating all over California particularly, about surrendering to it, about letting it go, about… Not for one person has such a thing worked, ever.
Sorry, I've just realised what we've done.
What?
That question was somebody asking it to him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. I thought that was him.
Oh no!
Saying it.
No, that was a question too.
God, I'm sorry, Sadhguru. I apologise.
Yeah.
It was the California stupidity that I was confused by.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Has it, I'm asking you. You have anxiety, try to let it go. Does it go? Even a damn flu doesn't go. Yes or no? Even a simple cold does not go. You say go, does it go? So, let's not get into this fanciful states of surrendering. These are all words thrown around. Nobody knows what is surrender. Because when it happens, you will not know it has happened. You can't do it, I surrendered. How's that possible? So, leaving those things, essentially, as I said, you have not read the user's manual of how this works. We need to pay attention to this. The system is made in such a way, if you hold your hand like this, it'll work one way. If you do like this, it'll work another way. If you do like that, it'll work another way. It's a phenomenal process. If it was a simple thing, we could have just beaten it into shape with hammer and anvil, okay? It's too sophisticated. It's a phenomenally complex machine.
I get him so far.
Yeah, this I do agree with. Again,
I'm with him at the moment.
It leans back into… And again, what I like about this is it's not trying to explain it into sort of quantum mechanics and places where it doesn't belong, like Deepak Chopra.
Yeah, I don't even know how much quantum mechanics belong in quantum mechanics, let alone your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Or your mind and your thoughts and all that.
Yeah, we don't know how that works with it yet. We've got no idea. But what he's saying isn't that. What he's saying is,
we don't need to know.
It's a difficult machine to run and to control the human body, and
100%.
it demands things from you that it shouldn't have, like sugary foods and like fatty foods and fucking…
I've got the body in it as well.
Yeah, and it's asking shit from you which you shouldn't necessarily give it, and that's difficult to deal with. And at the same time, it's giving you sort of mental problems because you're having to deal with something that someone said to you once on the toilet 3 years ago.
Well, I think you're doing exactly what he's saying not to do, to be honest.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing.
He's telling you to just… I think at the moment he's just kind of like… Where I think he's going is that like… It's a very complex thing. Just calm down. Just
Yeah, but he's saying that, you know, you can't just surrender to it. You can't say, oh, well, I've surrendered and that's fine.
I'm not saying surrendered.
No,
That's just
you know what I
weird.
mean? He's not saying, like, you can just sort of go, well, that's fine, I'll just
Okay,
let
yeah,
that
yeah,
happen,
yeah.
that's good. He's being very pragmatic about it.
Yeah.
One
But I
needs
think the
to
things
be
you have to do to make yourself, to get yourself to the point where you can, it's like training yourself, like to a point where it's like stop with worrying about everything.
Well,
I
again,
don't
that's
know.
the thing, isn't it? We're all learning how to use
Exactly.
this machine, yeah.
That's what mindfulness is like to me. It's like learning your own brain,
Yeah.
just
'Cause no one's
constantly
got- no
letting
one's-
yourself understand this.
Yeah, no one's brain is exactly the same, so you're
No.
never going to get the exact right fucking answer from someone else.
And you're never going to be able to understand someone else's brain because
Yeah.
the stuff you're working from is probably only about 30 or 50% true.
Yeah.
Or not even that, like you can't see a lot of the backwards side of it.
Yeah, you can't see the other side of what the person's thinking and where it came from.
Yeah, the development for the
Yeah,
ideas, etc.
Exactly, yeah.
certain level of attention to be able to use it for what it is designed for. Otherwise, it'll get itself messed up. Now, there may be many factors. There may be genetic factors, there may be sociological factors, there may be growing up issues, you know, various things. But do not ascribe your problems to any of those things. The important thing is just this: you are not able to have your mind the way you want it. That's the only problem you have, isn't it? The moment you ascribe it, I'm like this because my father was like that, I'm like this because my grandfather's
definitely.
genetics were not okay, you're finished.
Because you surrender and then
Yeah.
you're being like, well, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, I have no control over it, it's
Yep.
not me. And like…
Guess I'll kill people!
Yeah. It's like, there's a certain person I've been dealing with recently who's very, very like that. And…
Yeah, I think I think most of us have been like it at some point.
Yeah, but I
Some
used
people
to be
grow.
like it. I definitely used to be like it.
Yeah.
But this was another thing that I listened to on Arnold Schwarzenegger's autobiography. Because at one
If you
point,
want self-help, I mean, that
Yeah.
is where most people go.
that's
to be fair.
that's where I got my self help from. Legit, that
I heard,
fucking
yeah, I remember you
book
saying.
changed my life.
Yeah.
But at one point, he literally talks about it. He says,
I can't wait until we find out that he was on the island.
Yeah, he probably was. But at one point, he basically says, like, you know, you can't blame your parents for the way you are now.
Definitely.
Like, yeah, they were doing the best they could, as you know. And
As long as they were doing the best they could.
yeah, as long as they were doing the best they could. But even then, you can't focus.
Yeah,
on
you
it.
can't blame them
Yeah.
for it, like for you, but that's still
Yeah.
like.
And you've got to be able to accept the responsibility to go, like, this is what I want and this is where I am and how do I get to what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are not capable of doing that. And I think,
Or maybe they just haven't figured it out yet.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you'd think if somebody gets to like 90,
yeah,
you'd start understanding things at a bit of a high level.
yeah.
Surely.
But the thing is, I've stopped. I've tried to stop ascribing my problems to my parents or
The things
to
around you, to
things around
environmental
me.
shit.
Yeah, it's something I'm having to deal with. It's my problem. I'll fix it. You know.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like
That kind of is like a sense of surrendering though as well.
It sort of is.
Without saying, okay, he doesn't like that word, so I won't say that
Yeah,
word.
yeah.
The way of letting yourself go into things, like just letting these things go.
Yeah.
Like he's saying, everybody's big problem is they want a brain that's a certain way. I get that completely.
Yeah,
I would
same.
love my brain to work a certain way.
I'd love it to do what I wanted it to do all the time. Always be creative, creating stuff, and it just doesn't do it. You know.
I would see sometimes I would like my brain to stop. Sometimes.
Yeah, same.
For me, it's like creative though as well. Like but everybody. That's the thing though. Everybody's got this idea of certain things they want their brain to do instead. But I guarantee you, the people that we're thinking of, or the brains that we're thinking of,
Yeah.
people that have that brain are thinking like smart people. For example, if you're a creative person and you want a smart brain,
Yeah.
those people with a smart brains are thinking, "Oh, I wish I had a more creative brain."
Yeah.
Comedians are thinking, "Oh, I wish I had a more rapper brain."
Yeah,
But rappers want to be comedians.
Yeah.
It's
There's
always
that,
a thing.
that is always a thing.
That's exactly what he's saying, isn't it?
Musicians wish they were fucking comedians all the time, and comedians wish they were musicians all the time. And then
Which is why I'm planning to be a rapping comedian.
yeah, and that's when you get Tenacious D as well, and then everyone's happy.
They're more on the music side, I would say, though, aren't they? They're definitely, they're not comedians.
They're not. Well, they are comedians.
Well, they are, yeah, of course
They're not
they are.
stand-up comedians.
Yeah, obviously they're comedians, they're fucking hilarious as well, but they are more parodied in the music side.
That's it. Yeah.
They're based
They
themselves
are
in the
more of a
music
band.
side.
Yeah, they are more of a band.
And I think they should be works better.
But yeah, so let's just a little finish off.
Because
like
you
this guy
can't
so
change
far.
those guys now.
Yes.
You can't choose a different father or a different grandfather now, it's over. But you can transform this. You must understand, still it doesn't matter you have anxiety disorder. Still, if you put a piece of carrot, there is an intelligence here which can transform a carrot into a human being. That means every day a new body is being manufactured within you, isn't it? In parts, a new human being is manufactured every day. When the very source of creation is functioning within you and a new human being is constantly being created, if you take little charge of that, you can create an entire new physiological and psychological process. This happens.
Now, Deepak Chopra says the same sort of thing again as well, but he again ascribes it to sort of scientific shit that he doesn't understand. And again,
I didn't really understand what he was saying then. To be
so
honest with
basically,
you.
he's literally saying that your cells in your body every 5 years or so are
Right.
completely changed.
Okay,
You're
okay.
literally an entirely new person. No single cell in your body is the same as 5 years ago.
I thought he was on about like mentally.
No, literally, yeah, like
Okay,
physically.
he's on about literally.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, on a physical basis. So yeah, but yeah, that guy I find interesting. I find
Well, yeah,
interesting.
yeah, I would
He's not
listen to more.
necessarily like straight up self help. He's more like just telling it like it is. in a
Yeah,
way.
he does. I mean, yeah, that is self-help in a way, and he does that's
Oh yeah.
motivational speakers and that kind of thing. I guess it's
Yeah.
probably more of a. But no, to
But-
be honest, he probably is more classed as a self-help speaker, though. I'd reckon
I've got to be honest though, he's not quite as good as this guy.
self-help sing.
Yeah.
What a name!
This
I love
guy.
it.
This guy's pretty fucking rad.
Okay,
You're gonna like this guy.
okay.
If a stranger on the internet
Sorry.
has been able to hurt your feelings, then these are the steps that you must take to recover. Put your smartphone down,
He does all the
Take a
same
walk.
thing.
find a hammer, smash your phone with it, get yourself a fixed landline,
What?
because you are clearly not ready for the internet.
What? Oh, is that it? Jesus. Okay, that's great then.
We got another little one from Self Help Sing here.
I mean, you know, I can't disagree with him.
He's so good.
I can't disagree
It's
with it.
correct, right? You know, break your phone. Get
Yeah.
yourself a landline because you are not ready for the internet.
Fuck it, try again tomorrow.
Yeah, this was.
I loved it. I'm going ahead, but I love it already.
Right, here we go.
Right to the beginning.
When you have a bad day, give up. Go home and sleep. Fuck it. Try again tomorrow. Not every bad day
Oh,
can become a good day. Some days are fucked and cannot be unfucked. When you have a day that is fucked beyond repair, that is the universe speaking to you, sending you a message. Listen to the universe. Go home. Save your energy. Tomorrow is another day. For now, just fucking chill.
You know what? Though? I agree.
I totally agree,
I
right?
completely
How many
agree.
times have you had a day that is just
Oh.
like, this day is not getting any better and I keep trying to make it work and it doesn't fucking
Yeah,
work?
yeah.
Go back to bed, man. Just go
Yeah.
to fucking bed.
Go
this
home,
day ain't
get
for
high.
you, man.
Chill.
Yeah, this day ain't for you,
Go
son.
fucking chill. Wow. Okay, we found a real self-help.
This
man.
is the real self-help right
Oh
here,
my
son.
damn. Oh, we
This
got
is
more.
the proper
Oh, good.
Eastern self-help.
If he's done a few
Do
of these, then
only
people,
what
I
you
don't see how
are
people
to
can have a bad life anymore.
Yeah.
Whenever I get stressed about work, I watch this and get instant relief.
Yeah.
See, he's helping people around the world.
This guy's a genuine champion. Right, here we go.
Fuck your job. Do only what you are paid to do. You are not slave. You are not office bitch. Hard work is bad for you. Hard work only good for making somebody else rich. They say hard work never killed anybody. But remember, what doesn't kill you is putting you under chronic stress medication. Work hard, play hard. Bad idea. Work less, play more. Much better idea. Don't stay at work 1 minute more than you have to. When the work is finished, switch off the laptop computer, switch off the phone, switch off the brain. Tell your boss to take their after hours emails and shove it up their ass.
It's so good, right?
You have a life, so live it. And remember, all work and no play makes Jack important.
Once again, he's fucking. That's all I can say with
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
He's so right. He is the best of all gurus because he gets straight to the point and he does it with such entertainment value.
Yeah, everything he said, I'm like, yeah, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it now.
Now you understand.
I even did tell you boss to fuck their emails. And that's
Yeah.
why I haven't got a job.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is going we're going a different way now.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the more American side of what self-help is.
Yeah,
So-
I love it. Yeah, this is definitely This is what the Americans do. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to say something about it then, right?
This
Google
is
what it is. So
yeah.
that's
This
for
is
you.
Tony Robbins. Yeah,
you know that name?
Everyone must know a little bit about Tony Robbins. So he was another guy who got onto Oprah and became big. Another sort of self-empowerment coach kind of guy. He led entire like stadiums full of people in self-empowerment shit.
Oh, so I've probably seen his face then.
Yeah. But one of the best videos to put into context of who he is Tony Robbins being weird around his staff.
At least I'll get to see his face as well now then.
Yeah. Where's the video?
I can hear the football. I wonder who's England's going to be playing. It doesn't really matter because whoever they are, they'll probably beat us.
Oh, I can't find the
Tony,
fucking
was it Tony
video.
Robbins? He said. Oh, I know
this
this guy. Is it? Yeah, this is the guy that was he was in Shallow Hal as
Yeah,
the giant
yeah.
guy. He's a huge guy.
Yeah.
I know this dude. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins being
Let's
weird
have a
like
little.
this
Let's
stuff.
have a little taste of Tony.
Yeah, I think I might have heard about this
Your
a while
worst
ago. I'm not
enemy
sure.
comes by and drops sugar in your coffee. I said, well, you don't have sweet coffee. He said, well, what if your best friend, even by accident, drops one drop of strychnine? What if it's your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, somebody you love, accidentally drops one drop of strychnine? I said, well, then you'd be dead. He goes, that's right. So remember, life is both sugar and strychnine, so watch your coffee. And what he really meant was stand guard at the door of your mind. What happens?
I mean, first of all, he picked the most random poison there. I've never heard of that.
Strychnine.
Could have just said fucking cyanide like anyone else would.
Now I'm wondering how many people have died of strychnine poisoning around Tony Robbins.
Sure. Because that's very specific.
Yeah.
That's another episode for another day, maybe.
Oh, here we go. What Tony Robbins is really like.
There you go. Let's give some thingies Business Insider. This video from Business Insider.
Yeah.
Check out their stuff. He spent 4 days with Tony Robbins apparently. Now he's dead. Strychnine poisoning.
Yeah. He's a giant as well. He's
That's what I'm saying. That
literally-
film with Shadow Hal. He gets stuck. Have you seen that film?
Yeah.
Gets stuck in the elevator and he turns him into being able to get any girl he wants because he wants all the munters.
Yeah.
Over the last
That's the film where
He
like,
sees how beautiful they are on the inside.
he's on Logan Paul for God's sake. Did you see that? Don't click it, but go on to the next button on this. Down a bit, left.
Jesus. Oh wow.
He probably just taught him how to be himself.
So yeah, this
How to
is
be Tony Robbins.
this is all the money he's got from helping people.
Okay.
Wow. To be honest, it felt great. Basically, it's part of the workout because
He
your
said
heart rate
self-help
is
on the
accelerated
top. He
the
didn't
whole
mean
time.
put
You'll
everything
find
in
you
top
might
of
relaxing.
it.
If you
Everyone's
take
got
it
it.
to such extremes, you'll drop down to a different level. Like if you went and meditated now.
Here we fucking go. This is
Still
him
time.
leaving at the end.
Kind of had like a
And
kid's
he's like,
approach.
everybody's
to the
gonna
whole
get
thing.
together.
Are we on
Hey
time? Am I
guys.
late?
They had to catch a flight to Australia. A group of people who worked at Namale had formed a semicircle to sing a traditional Fiji farewell song.
Time to say goodbye again. I'm so sorry, but I look forward to coming back home to see all the family again. It's been a beautiful, beautiful trip. Ilavanaka.
Doesn't look forced at all.
He claps
in
weirdly,
Tony's
but a lot of
presence, you
people
kinda
do.
get sucked
I imagine
into this.
his
He's got a very
body's like,
magnetic
failing him a bit because he's so big.
Totally,
Yeah.
he's not
Generally how it
for
goes.
everyone. There are plenty of people who
I
wouldn't be
don't
into
think
this
there's anything
stuff.
wrong with that though. I thought nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. Look at these guys aren't into it. Look at him.
Oh, from them.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant from him.
No, he's loving it.
Oh, sorry.
He's loving
okay,
it. These
I'm
guys
with
are all
ya.
like, why is this fucking giant dude making us clap at him?
Yeah. Well, he probably gave him loads of money, though.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then they're probably really happy. Look at the ones at the back. They were happy. Look.
Yeah, because he got all the money.
Maybe they're joking with the guys. Like, we're clapping for this stupid
You
giant
take
white
this
man.
money and you hand it out to everyone else. That's why he's
He
happy
has
as
like
that.
very clearly defined business goals, but everything.
Well, he's so
that
far that you
he's
don't honestly have anything bad from
preaching
him.
and teaching.
He's not a bad guy. He is a bit of a weird guy. Though.
Oh, he's weird.
He's
a lot
weird.
of big people, they can't function properly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they're falling apart.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what makes him weird.
It wouldn't help.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't fucking help, man.
Anyway.
Think about how far his brain has got to get to his arms before he claps.
Yeah.
That's why he looks so weird, because he's got that
Yeah.
second delay. He's like,
Yeah, he's still clapping halfway through the time he's trying to unclap his hands again. Yeah,
but they
yeah.
kind of sink there as well, so it's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so 30 burned in self-help firewalk over hot coals.
How strange is that?
Yeah.
You walk over hot coals and you get burned.
What a surprise.
Oh, that's Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Now, firewalking has always been quite a big thing.
Yeah,
for
but how the
Charlatans.
hell does he do that in his place? I thought he was supposed to have this unlocked, like, you know, making money.
Yeah.
What's happened here?
I don't know if they used the wrong kind of wood or.
Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Like, this has got to be
Yeah.
something you normally doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a problem, but it is still third-degree burns on a lot of people's.
Yeah. They obviously fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
The thing is, you're supposed to let the coals go to a certain level, I think, when they start to ash, and they might have gone a bit too early or something.
yeah, there's got to be something there that fucked up.
Yeah.
Because surely he must, unless he's obviously the first ever time I tried to do
Come on,
it.
guys, let's go. I've got an island to get to so I can clap in front of some people who are different colour from me.
When you said that, then I assumed you meant that he was going to Epstein's Island.
Yeah, I
was
mean,
like, that had to be
I
what you
wouldn't
meant.
put it past him. He's got a bit of a vibe.
I was listening to a podcast with his brother.
Yeah.
Just going into all the stuff and more the death than anything. He wouldn't want to be seen on camera, even though he's been on loads of things on camera. So I don't know why he bothered.
Weird.
It was weird because you're just watching the interview the whole time.
Yeah.
All the time they just sit there, like, they're scratching himself. You know, you're just watching it all.
Yeah. But
I don't understand this.
no.
Just how it happened.
The thing is, like, again, it's one of these things. It's supposed to be a self-empowerment thing.
Yeah, it's tea all the time.
But like, they found in multiple things with these things. It was on Penn and Teller's bullshit that
Yeah.
actually these self-empowerment things tend to make people feel worse in the long run.
That doesn't surprise me.
Because you have a huge dopamine hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Of like, I did it, I won, I beat something, and then they go back to them like a few weeks later, and it's like, have you changed your life at all? It's like, no, not really. You know, I just got like a couple of ideas for a business, and then I wrote them down, and nothing really came of it, and I'm fine. You know, I've got my cats, and it's like it doesn't actually do anything for you unless you're constantly going to it, and there are people who do that and turn it into a bit of a cult.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because you can totally prey on the people after you do that completely.
Yeah.
Like I suppose that can kind of work with a lot of things. Like it depends on what you would consider like self-help as well.
Yeah.
Because that can kind of spread to a lot of things, really.
Yeah.
But it is kind of in that mindset. I feel like there's probably something you're going to show us that will go down that mindset. Hence why I'm trying to just kind of be like, yeah, I could see how that would be a thing.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, wouldn't want to comment on what kind of things could be like that because then I might step on something else.
Trying to find the right one.
This sandwich been here the whole time and I meant to eat it. I never finished it and now I'm hungry. And
Mr. James Arthur Ray.
you're only going to see how grotty I will happily be because I'm still
Yeah.
going to eat this now.
That's the guy who died. That's the different one. Bollocks. Where's the other one gone?
You tell me somebody died. It's a little side note. I sort of think about how Charlie Sheen murdered someone.
Here we go. Right, sorry.
Thrown out there for future times.
We have self-help guru sentenced to 120 years in prison for running cult-like sex organisation of sex slaves. Followers signed up for
Gangster.
$5,000 5-day help courses, but some were then financially and sexually exploited.
I'm sorry, just before you go,
Yeah.
that advert that popped up on there.
Straight underneath it, that am I gay? Or am I gay?
The am I gay test.
Am I gay test?
That's great.
Self-help guru convicted of running a cult-like sex organisation of sex slaves who were branded with his initials.
Oh, that's a bit much.
Was sentenced to
But, girls do
120
that.
years by a New York judge on Tuesday. Keith Raniere, 60, comes after he was found guilty.
Whoa, why would he come after
Sorry,
that?
the effective life sentence comes after he was found guilty of coercing women into having sex with him as a charismatic leader of Nexium or NXIVM.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
Isn't
the one
quite a
that the
big thing?
woman was involved in as well, the one who used to be in Smallville, I think it was.
Yeah. That's why people heard. They hadn't heard of it until then. Well, it's like
exactly.
this kind of Hollywood one.
Yeah.
That didn't destroy the cult, did it? This thing they're talking about now.
I don't know.
What did it say about the next?
They've got the
Read that bit
guy
again.
So yeah, his effective life sentence for Keith Raniere, 60, comes after he was found guilty of coercing women into having sex with him. So yeah, they have got him, but whether that's stopped the cult, I don't know.
What did it say? Read the bit that actually mentioned Nexium in there again.
Yeah, charismatic leader of Nexium. Yeah.
Oh, he was the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it's probably just another leader now then.
Yeah, exactly.
Most
Followers
likely.
signed up for $5,000 a day, 5-day help courses, but some were then financially and sexually exploited and forced to follow a restrictive diet. As
Ooh.
Raniere, known as Vanguard, exerted control on his 6 weeks trial.
See, that's the issue though with stuff like that, because once again, I'm thinking though.
Not in a 6 week, on his 6 week trial. Sorry.
The problem is now, I'm thinking with that though, it's like, well, I get all that, but did they want to do it all? Were the people up for it? Because it's a Hollywood thing.
I mean, the thing is, it gets difficult
It's
when you
fucked
get
up,
into the
but-
thing with the cults. Because
yeah.
At what point is it being coerced into doing it enough that it's not
It's
under
hurting
their
them as
control
well.
anymore?
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's like when somebody finds somebody that's been like a girl that's been kidnapped by somebody.
Well, I mean, here we go.
And then they find them, but then they want to stay with the kidnapper though.
Yeah.
And they have to let them.
Raniere was convicted in June 2019 on all 7 charges brought against him, including racketeering, sex trafficking, extortion, criminal conspiracy, and the sexual exploitation of a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, well, there we go. Okay.
I was a child. He robbed me of my youth, said the woman during an impact statement to the sentencing hearing. A total of 15 people, 13 of them women, addressed the Brooklyn court Tuesday, while more than 90 victims wrote letters
Bloody
to
hell.
Judge Nicholas Garifas. Nexium, pronounced Nexium, proved a huge draw with its promise of self-improvement courses after Raniere founded the organisation in 1998. You see, this is the thing. It always becomes a fucking sex cult. If you have anything that is sort of built around one kind of person for long enough, it becomes a sex cult. I don't care what it is. It
People
could be
like
Taylor Swift. Soon enough, there's going to be Taylor Swift sex
Man,
cult.
all she talks about are people that she has sex with.
Exactly.
That's all she does. I was having sex with a guy and then
Yeah.
we're not now.
She's going to
I hate him.
be. She's going to be pooping unicorns out of her magical vagina.
That's all she does.
Yeah, that's all she fucking does.
So that was why that was there. That wasn't just a random
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah, we said it for a reason.
I can't believe we got there though.
That's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, it's all been turned into a series on HBO called The Vow and stuff like that. And
Oh, was
it's-
it?
Yeah, yeah.
Really bad about it. I didn't realize that was right next to him.
Yeah, so it's a pretty fucked up story, and again, this is all just from the same sort of thing, and it's like we've seen gurus have the same thing as you mentioned, fucking
Botswana,
exactly.
Botswana, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Like that dude literally just basically ploughed his way through his entire fucking cult circle. Like this is not an uncommon occurrence amongst these kinds of people.
No, if you have somebody that's got complete power over a group of people, a guy,
That's it.
that's gonna happen.
And they do revere
Might not happen
them
if it's a woman,
as like
because
someone
women-
who's better than them, because like this
Yeah.
guy's got it sorted out and he's fixed so many people and he's so good and
Well, I think maybe the sex stuff is maybe a byproduct of that.
Yeah.
Of them, you know, like, oh, he's person's so great, etc., etc. They can then do it. Like Gandhi, even used to do it.
yeah,
Or, you know, he didn't touch her, no, he didn't actually do it, but other stories say that he did have sex with them.
Yeah.
And the real idea with, you know, what is it, the whole not doing anything, celibacy and all that.
Yeah.
But the real idea of control there was doing that with them the one night, then not having to do it the next night.
yes.
Or in the day.
But wait, right. So sorry, I'm having to speed along because
Go,
there's a
go.
lot of stuff. But this is where we cross the Rubicon.
Boy, what the hell has Rubicon got to do with
Right,
anything?
from what self-help used to be to what self-help is now. Now, this is a very male-centric version of what self-help is now. That is, for me, mostly what I end up seeing because it's what the YouTube algorithm throws
You
at
love
me.
Andrew Tate, I know. We all know.
Exactly, yeah. But this is one guy who comes up quite often.
That was my back here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
I think
my
so.
empty packet anyway. It's an empty packet, so.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Say that again, sorry.
This is a guy who comes up quite a lot in my algorithm.
Right, okay.
He's a man you might know by his name, Jordan Belfort.
Oh, Jordan Belfort.
Jordan Belfort.
I know that fellow. Of course
Now,
I do.
This is where
Do you want to explain to them who he
self-help
is?
stops becoming something about necessarily being, in general, a better person.
I thought I just realised what you're on about. You're on about self-help, not always a better person.
Yeah.
Because Jordan Belfort's doing self-help then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he's not doing
He's a
self-help.
motivational speaker,
He's a
isn't he?
motivational speaker,
Yeah.
and this is his free sales training program.
Yeah.
So it is a self-improvement of a sort. And this is what the new type of self-improvement is. It's specific. It's aiming at something. It has a niche.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
Belfort's
That's true.
niche is this. And again, it's not like the Deepak Chopra. It's not like the Tony Robbins. It's not like improve yourself, become a better person. You'll be a great person and everyone will love you. Yeah, it's like a Pepsi advert. Jordan Belfort
How to make money and be awesome.
is how to make money, be awesome, bang chicks, and fuck motherfuckers over who deserve
Had to
it.
be the Wolf of Wall Street.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a
To
very
clarify, for anyone who
different-
doesn't know, Jordan Belfort was the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
The film. That's who Leonardo was in the film, because that's all true. I don't think a lot of people know that
Is
either.
it- no, exactly,
All
yeah.
of that is... There was stuff
All
in
of
there
it's
that they
true.
couldn't put in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they knew people wouldn't believe it.
Listen to the autobiography, or read the autobiography. I've got it on my.
I didn't know there was an
Oh
autobiography.
yeah, it's based on his autobiography.
Well, that makes sense. I didn't
And
know
it's
that.
genuinely
Oh, so
fucking
there was
brilliant.
certain stuff in
There's
that they
so
couldn't put
much
in.
stuff in there that is not in the
Oh, I'm
movie.
reading
Oh
that.
my god, it's good.
I haven't read an autobiography
It's-
all the way through.
It's
Never
really
done
good.
it. I love
I
reading.
got it on Audible, and it is so good to listen to.
Wonderful.
Really good.
I do like reading it more though, you know.
Yeah.
I am a reader, I just
Yeah.
don't do it very much anymore.
But to my point, this is the type of self-improvement that I think is actually beneficial. Now, do I want to be like Jordan Belfort? Do I want to be?
Obviously.
Or no, do I want to be that callous necessarily, and that sort of aimed at sales? Not necessarily, but I can still learn something from him. So let's have a little look at some Jordan Belfort, shall we?
Yeah, definitely.
This is sales school.
It's
There
great
are
if you
three
do it and do
things
this now.
that you must be perceived as.
Look at the
in those
shape of this
first
dude.
seconds, right?
Look at that is the most New York motherfucker you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, he
is so New York. It is trying to pour out of him like the fucking bad guy in Men in Black 1.
Good reference.
Oh my fucking god, I'm so fucking New York in here.
That didn't sound like the Man in Black creature.
No, it didn't, but it sounded like Jordan Belfort.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go.
Exactly what they are. In the first 4 seconds, you follow all these straight lines, you notice the face.
Also, I
right?
love this. Watch how he writes.
He's a weird looking guy.
He is. He's a weirdly shaped. He's like a compact version of Elon Musk.
Oh, hold on, wait. I need to clarify this again after last week.
Yeah.
Can I body shame him?
I think you can body shame him.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
think he'd mind.
So
I
I
think
body
he's
shame, not
powerful
the
enough.
giant guy with the deep voice. I can't body shame him in the weird flappy arms.
No, but this
For
guy,
him I can?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Be perceived as being sharp as a tack.
That was the beginning of the last episode.
He is so aggressively into what he's doing, he can't be
Wow.
bothered to
Yeah,
write
he's like,
the words.
just... I
Number
wow.
3, an expert in your field. Sharp as a tack, enthusiastic as hell, expert in your field. No matter how many times I tell this to you, I'll never
Isn't that
stop.
like what they say with doctors and that? Like their brain works too quick for their hand to be able to keep
write,
up with
yeah,
it, hence
yeah,
why
yeah.
their handwriting's terrible.
But for doctors, it might be something different. For this guy, it might just be a hell of a lot of cocaine.
That's true. I read the cocaine now is much better than back then.
Yeah. But still, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Because this is the holy grail of influence. Because here's the deal. What these 3 things chunk up to in the prospect's mind is that you are a person
I
worth
always forget to close up.
listening to.
Sorry.
You're a person worth listening to.
Oh, I got the whole way.
In other words, they should take time out of their busy day, their busy life, because you're someone who's sharp enough.
You're plenty of space.
You're meaning that you're on the ball. You're a problem solver. You're not going to waste your time.
He's stopping here for a sec. He's explaining the sharp as attack thing because he can't read what he's written. That's my theory, which is enthusiastic, but that does not say enthusiastic.
Yeah, but that was supposed to say enthusiastic.
That says ethip.
Well, that's the way you kind of explain it right now, though.
Yeah.
Being enthusiastic.
But you can see he's like trying to like remember what it is.
Enthusiastic.
There we go.
What you have must be
That's
good
it.
now.
That's what you're saying
What I'm
now.
not talking about here is that bogus, over the top. Ah, my God, my friend. I don't mean that. It's not what I'm not talking about that type of enthusiasm. I'm talking about something very different. I'm talking about bottled enthusiasm, which is an entirely different thing. Bottled enthusiasm sits below the surface. And it's like a seething volcano. Like you speak a certain way where they just know, wow, that guy, he must really believe what he has. It could be a whisper almost. When you speak with real enthusiasm, it's undeniable, it's palpable, and people get like, wow, what he has, what she has, must be good.
I'm sorry, but I know what he's saying. He thinks is really like
breaking the mold.
Breaking the mold,
Yeah.
but it's fucking not.
It's not.
Speaking with confidence is we've gone over this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You're not okay. We're cool. Go continue.
We'll continue. See how it goes.
It hits them in the gut, meaning unconsciously. They say, whatever this guy has, it must be good. That's
Had to
why
give a
he's
first
so
good
excited
impression.
about
Hit
it.
him in the gut, apparently.
They might say, well, Jordan, come on, this doesn't really work. Let me tell you something. It does. I'm not saying someone's going to buy from you just because you sound enthusiastic. It's not what I mean at all. What I'm saying is that enthusiasm opens up the possibility because they want to listen. And most of all, you're an expert in your field, meaning you're a figure of authority. You're someone that can get the job done. We have been conditioned since we're yay big, okay, to seek out experts to resolve our problems, take care of our pain, and help us.
Just to clarify as well, he's not. That mic is not connected.
No.
Because that audio didn't change at all.
He's got a shotgun mic out of sight that he's getting all of this wrong.
And he just wants that because it looks good.
Because it looks good.
And he's not wrong.
No.
It looks good.
It does.
And I'm only noticing now because I've been thinking about this shit a lot lately.
Yeah. But like,
once again, he's doing it right now. He's like using this right now to make a first impression.
Yeah.
He's doing exactly actually what he's talking about.
Yeah. He's looking like an expert in his field.
That's some next
and he's
level shit right there.
enthusiastic, man.
Oh my god, that's some next level. Because now, like, he went back to talk to that mic.
That's right. Because he's sharp as a tack, and
My
he needs you to hear
fucking
every
God.
word.
And can we just clarify as well? The sharp as a tack and enthusiastic are pretty much the same thing.
That's it. Yeah. So is being an expert in the field, really.
Really, yeah, they are kind of all the same thing.
Yeah, because you know your shit.
Yeah, just be honest.
Yeah.
And bullshit.
Yeah.
Get things done. When Scarlett Johansson wants to get her hair cut or hairstyle for the Oscars, who is she going to go to? Someone who just graduated from beauty school? Seriously, right? Or the person that's been styling hair in Hollywood for the last 20 years, making celebrities look fabulous. Who is she going to seek out?
Okay, but no fucking information on how to become this expert.
Yeah, see, look, I'm looking at this now. I'm taking it now as because I'm thinking, okay, I want to go and get sponsors for this podcast now.
Yeah.
We got over 50. Well, we probably do have over 15,000 downloads, but it's like 7 off 15,000 as far as what the thing told us.
Yeah.
So that's a fucking, I want to find a little sponsor.
Yeah.
This is not helping me right now.
No, it's not.
Because I can go in there, I know, like, be confident as shit and pretend it's the shit, what we're doing. But I've still then got to say the number.
What you're forgetting is you're not an expert in your field. Be an expert in your field.
This is plenty of downloads for a big sponsor, but we just want a small sponsor, you see.
Yeah.
So you're getting it.
Yeah, you're getting a real deal.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
This is why I used to be good
Do
at
we want-
sales.
do-
I've took myself away from that person. I've
Yeah.
changed the person. I've really tried to change the person I was from before.
Yeah.
I've got to go back into that for a bit, I think. For the sales, anyway.
I think you're gonna have to
pretend that they're a girl I'm trying to bang, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. Trying to sell something, you act the exact same way as you do when you're a slag trying to bang a girl.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. Like this, sharp as attack. Like you need to be on, like not on her. That's
You need
rape.
to be on the ball.
You need to be focusing on her.
Yeah.
That's how I look at sharp as attack.
Yeah.
Enthusiastic. You want to talk to her.
Yeah.
An expert. On the shit.
Yeah.
But then you need next one
On the
in there.
shit at being me.
Then you need next one in there though,
Yeah.
where you fuck them around and you pretend you're not into them, so they want you more.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll add later.
Ultimately, are we feeling like we're getting anything from Jordan Belfort?
Not that much.
Not that
no.
much.
A good
not
film.
that much. Good film. Very good film.
And I think he probably did so much in that film that he probably doesn't remember how to be what he used to be.
Yeah. I mean, this has got how many views? Does it say?
55,000. Surprising.
So quite a small amount of views.
That's surprising.
you'd think.
I'd imagine he'd have more, to be honest.
Yeah. But he's still running the hustle.
He could be the next Andrew Tate, really.
Well,
if he wanted to be. Or that kind of thing.
Let's have a look.
Whoa, what the heck is going on here?
This is.
Oh my damn!
This is a new type of self-help guy that's turned up on YouTube recently, and they seem to do a lot of shorts. Shorts are their thing because they want to draw people into the seminars and make it a long.
Oh, that's
thing,
a
you know.
seminar. I thought it was a stand-up show.
No, it's a seminar, but it feels like a stand-up show.
Isn't
for
a
most
seminar just like a long stand-up show?
It feels like
where
it.
Where you're also selling them you,
yeah.
For them to
I
give you
feel I
money.
could do this. Let's see.
Green shake, and I got my
I can bullshit to
bulletproof
people all
coffee, and
day.
It's the coolest thing, isn't it? Do you like the seminar? I'm so happy. Hey. And you're just like, what the fuck is this? That's the self-help junkie. That's what everyone in self-help is aspiring to be. And they just can't relax. So like, and it's always running away from being negative, running away from not being perfect, running away from not hustling, not being all your like tasks in line. Like you'll see people with like their notebook, like, look at how I classify everything. I got my to-do list for every second of the day. Holy shit. I wake up, I do my cold shower for 15 seconds. Then for 14 seconds, I will think about this and then complete my journal and do gratitude. And oh my God, that must burn you inside. And then if they miss one thing, you hate yourself. You dumb fuck, you missed the one sentence in the gratitude journal.
Now, does this seem like it's actually anything useful at all?
Well, so far he's just insulting self-help, and I get it.
Yeah, and also it is literally
Well, it's not
just
self-help. It's
it's
OCD.
a bad stand-up bit.
Yeah, he's just insulting OCD. He's not making a point or making a punchline or anything yet.
No, he's just.
I mean, he's still going. He's probably. But the thing is, though, we're thinking about it like a 10-minute stand-up or something.
Yeah.
He's got for an hour, ain't he?
Yeah.
Imagine listening to this guy for a fucking hour.
Well, I mean, it gets worse.
A minute's the struggle.
It gets worse because look at him when he's trying to be serious.
Okay, let's let this play.
If someone's needy, back in the day there was advice like, don't be needy. Good advice? Yes, no? Yeah, if you're needy, it's extremely repelling. People just sense it in the vibe. You know what people say now? Oh, well, actually, reciprocity, that's a healthy need. It's a human need. Don't tell the needy person to not be needy. That's just you being human. Oh, take responsibility for your life. No. You're victim blaming now. They're a victim of the system. Why are you telling them to be responsible? So there's all these little counter arguments for real and raw feedback. Again, and this is the old school type of thinking I fortunately had, don't speculate, try it out and see. Oh, the system is flawed. I am a victim. Try that out. Try being the little victim. See what happens. Versus, don't be needy. See what produces results. If someone's needy.
What did he just say?
Yeah, this is the thing. This guy, I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole with this guy because he feels like a knockoff Jordan Peterson. You know what I mean? He's just sort of saying vaguely the same stuff, but he doesn't have any main ideas. He doesn't have any thoughts behind what he's saying.
Was he saying it's good to be needy then or bad?
He's saying it's bad to be needy.
Was he?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. But he's saying that some people say that it isn't, and that you should be nice to those people. And he's saying, no, that's shit. You need to not be needy. And it's like, yeah, admittedly, like being needy is a bad thing, but like, you're not. This is just fucking.
No, being needy is okay. Just being needy to the right people.
Yeah.
Being needy to a psychiatrist.
Yeah, and this is again. This
is your friends. Being needy to your friend. Not all the time, but when you need something, admit you need it.
Yeah, but this is not self-help. This is someone standing in front of a crowd and trying to get themselves to be the next big thing on the podcast.
Yeah,
scene.
I don't. Once again, he's not saying anything new.
No,
at all.
Nothing new.
Like this is don't be... And he looks weird.
He does look
Can
weird.
I body shame him?
Yes, you can.
Oh, his hair is dumb.
What is he doing with
He
it?
needs
Look.
to... Look, he needs to shave his hair. He's one of those people that... And I'm near, but I know how to style my hair
Yeah.
so I can get away with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't. Look at him. He needs to just shave it off. He'd probably look quite cool, but if you imagine him actually look, he might look like a bit like Vin Diesel, like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Totally imagine him bald because,
Yeah.
you know, his head...
That hair
red
looks terrible. That cow look he's got.
To necessarily help
And
you.
why he's wearing a
it's
suit
meant
now,
to
and
get
like before,
views.
it's a t-shirt. So
It's the same as the news.
Oh, right, so it isn't meant to help you. It's meant to get views. So
What?
this is supposed to help me. I haven't seen any
Essentially,
help
isn't
from
to
any of the
report
stuff.
Oh,
on
the other
that.
ones are just to get views, but this is to help you.
Yeah, no,
Right?
no. He's saying everyone
So
else is.
instead of, and this shifted recently, way back in the day when YouTube first started, you know, or even general social media, the algorithms were very different. But now, a helpful piece of advice or content, which by the way, helpful isn't necessarily catchy, doesn't get as many clicks as something catchy. So it incentivizes people, coaches, teachers, to only put content out that will get clicks. And the content that gets clicks isn't the content that necessarily helps you. The content that's put out there isn't meant to necessarily help.
So, I don't know where teachers came from.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understood some of it, like, you know.
This seems to be a reoccurring thing.
He's not
amongst-
wrong, but woo.
Yeah.
I recognise that guy.
Oh yeah, this is the video of the trafficking case. Sorry, I mixed the timing up on that one.
Minutes ago, a federal jury here in the Eastern District of New
This is
York
the one with Nexium.
returned verdicts convicting key...
No, that's
I'll
why
skip it. I'll skip it.
Yeah,
It's not
okay.
necessary. We've already
But-
gone deep enough into it.
Yeah, so that... okay, I still don't really get that guy.
Right.
Oh my... Once again, he is somebody that if I just went to a pub or something and allowed him to drink and he sat down, I'd listen to him.
Yeah. I've decided to switch it around a bit because you were talking about the man himself.
The man himself,
And there
here
is
we
no
go.
way you can talk about modern self-improvement without Andrew Tate. I'm sorry, whether you mean it or not, whether you like it or not, it's just a fact. Andrew Tate exists and people pay attention to him.
Yeah, there's reasons for it too. It's because
Yeah.
there's no thing that... I mean, up until Andrew Tate, really, as well.
This is what Jordan Belfort is aiming for.
Yeah.
This is what Julian himself is aiming for. They're aiming for
Julian?
that guy we were just watching.
Oh, okay.
They are aiming for Andrew Tate and that market because at the moment, the biggest market in self-improvement is probably not women. It used to be mostly women.
definitely.
Now it's quite a lot of men.
Which is good because this is the thing. I don't agree with all the things of Andrew Tate, but I like him and I really think he's been good for people, guys, because up until that, the whole idea of it was still there. There was no real thing for guys to really improve themselves and figure stuff out. That kind of just wasn't a thing. He kind of filled a hole in the market that was
Exactly,
there.
and then
it's great for him.
Yeah.
But it's also good for us.
We're going to see more
Or
later
my
on.
kids more than anything.
Yeah.
Because he's brought all these other ones as well.
We're going to see more on that later on, but let's get into a little bit
No,
of what
it's
Andrew
kinda
Tate's philosophy is.
No one's emotionless, and I certainly feel things. And I'm going to come up with a theory, which you're going to call complete garbage, because I am not qualified. But this is my theory. I believe that emotional energy is a lot like a bucket of water. You have all this emotional energy, right? You have a bucket of water. And then you have a bunch of different holes you can pour it down.
What?
You're saying
So
water?
I believe if you wake up one day and you feel particularly depressed, you don't feel depressed. You just have a lot of emotional energy that day. Some days you don't have that much emotional energy and life's pretty calm. But some days you wake up and you have this big bucket of water. And the superpower is deciding which emotion you're going to put it in. Not to not feel the energy, but to decide which emotion you're going to put it in. And I think that...
Now that, I very much believe in.
Yeah, I'm going to need to go back and redo that because...
So what he's saying is...
Go on, yeah.
So what he's saying is you've got a big bucket of emotional energy and it needs to go somewhere.
Yeah.
It can't just stay in the bucket.
Yeah.
Because that bucket's going to be refilled and eventually you're going to overflow and it's going to fuck you up.
Yeah, yeah.
So that bucket of
breakdown.
energy has to go somewhere, right? So he's saying you can direct where that energy goes. It doesn't necessarily have to go into fucking you up. It doesn't necessarily have to go inwards.
Yeah.
You can aim it outwards. And I have done this before when I've been going through some really serious shit and I've gone to the gym and I've done like, fuck it, I'm pissed off, I'm angry, I'm just gonna fucking
You get
rip shit out of this fucking stuff.
You direct that energy into other things.
Yeah.
That's,
and I've done
that's,
it before
that's
with
a thing.
I've done it before with like writing stuff and stuff. Like you're having a fucking a manic energy day and you write something down because you got so much energy and you get this flow going and you write so much shit and you're like, whoa, it's gone. Oh, fucking hell, I needed to get rid of that energy because that was going to come over and sort of brim over into something else.
Very true, actually, yeah.
You know, and I think...
Yeah, I get it.
As much as I disagree with Andrew Tate on a lot of stuff, but I think there is a certain...
I think he said a lot of that stuff purposely to get the clicks.
I think he did.
I still had that theory for a while. A lot of the stuff he said, I don't even think he believes. I think he's just saying it to get the clicks. He knows how the algorithms work.
There are still technically the things going on with the courts with all the sexual trafficking.
That's all been done.
Has that all
I've
been
listened
done?
to that. It's such bullshit, the whole thing.
Right.
All of that is complete crap.
So that's all been sorted then?
Not been sorted, but it's crap anyway.
Right, okay.
The thing they're basing it on. The people that, you know, apparently said something, never said something, they've already retracted what they think they said straight away and they don't care. Like, there is nobody going for it. There are no women trying to go for him.
Yeah, okay.
Zero.
Right. So let's go, Kim.
Can I just tell you before you carry on though, why I was really confused at the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Because when he came up and he said the bucket of water,
Yeah.
I was reading the subtitles because I'm always better when I'm reading
He's
something.
saying water.
It didn't say water.
He says water.
He said war. A bucket of war. W-A-R.
No, he says water.
No, I'm saying, but the subtitles said a bucket of
dude,
war.
oh, right, okay.
Because of how he said it.
Yeah.
And I was like, a bucket of war.
Bucket of
And
war?
put emotional energy into that. Why is the other guy just
the bucket
agreeing
of war
to a bucket of war like it's a normal thing?
Yeah.
So I was really confused.
Yeah, no.
Until I asked you, did he say water?
Water.
Oh, did he say war?
Water. Yeah.
Okay,
able
cool.
to stop myself feeling things. I have the superpower of being able to choose how I use that energy and what I decide to feel.
I do kind of agree
And
with
then
that
if you
in
want to
there
be
in a way
hyper
as well.
successful as a person,
Even
you
just
have to be
sitting there, I think you can do it.
Yeah.
I think you can do it just sitting there, because I've had that before. Like,
It's the thing when you're
it's
doing a
hard to
gig,
think.
isn't it? Like, one of the good examples, I think, is doing a gig. Because when I first started doing gigs, it was nerves.
Yeah.
Like, sheer nerves.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I learned how to turn that nerves into excitement.
It's
You know
nerves
what I mean?
energy.
It's the same
Yeah.
fucking thing. It's just the flip of a coin.
Yeah, you're learning how to use it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. And it's like, oh, yeah, now I'm getting fucking amped up. You can fucking feel it, can't you?
Yeah, that's exactly it, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's the energy, the nerves, and that's nervous energy.
Yeah.
But you use, after a bit, you learn how to use that energy
Yeah.
differently. So that's exactly what he's saying.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Okay, yeah.
And
yeah.
we've
That's not-
experienced
that's
that.
good.
We've both experienced that.
Loads,
So
yeah.
he's not wrong.
And you go up and down, yeah.
Annoyingly, he's not wrong.
Not annoyingly, I like Andrew Tate. I'm fine with him.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Andrew Tate.
very careful to avoid the happy hole. Because happy is what everyone thinks they would choose. If you had this emotional energy and could choose any emotion, you'd choose happy. But if you choose happy, you don't get much done.
What do you choose?
I choose, if I had to...
I do that a lot. I choose happy.
I choose happy too much.
Yeah.
I don't choose effort enough.
Yeah.
I don't choose creativity enough.
Yep.
I don't use working on myself enough. I don't use going on...
Happy's not a bad thing to feel, though.
It's great,
Focusing
but
on
the
that,
thing
it's
is,
not a bad thing.
it's that thing, it's like... With anything you do that makes you happy, you get a dopamine rush.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that dopamine rush, that can fade over time if all you do is do the things that make you happy. And eventually you get into this funk because nothing makes you feel happy anymore. Because you've done all the things that make you happy and none of them make you happy enough to make you happy. And like sometimes, again, like going to the gym or exerting yourself or making something or...
I think that
doing
works
something
better with
difficult.
drugs than... Well, actually, yeah, okay, yeah. With anything is near, because
Yeah.
if you do it, if it's the same thing, you need,
Yeah.
you need
You
variance.
need more of it eventually
Yeah.
as well, yeah.
But that's different. I don't think that's quite that. I think we're going into different things.
No,
there.
but yeah, you know what I mean though. It's this thing of like, you need to sort of pick your battles sometimes and
Yeah.
actually choose something
Choose
different.
where to focus your energy.
Yeah.
Pick the time to
Yeah,
focus
yeah.
it. 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's another part of mindfulness. Like how I look at it is like knowing, you know, what you've got within you. I suppose knowing your energy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never thought of it in the way that he's saying, even though that's quite simple again.
Yeah.
But
Well, this is Andrew Tate's ability. Is
interesting
he does
still.
say these things in a way that people can understand. He's very good at that. He's very good at taking something that sounds like a complicated idea and making it not a complicated idea. And I think that's one of the reasons why people have, stuck with him so far.
I don't think it sounds like a complicated idea to begin with, though.
No, I don't think it is. But I think for some people who don't sort of.
I say that though. I think I'm good at training my brain to do at happy.
Yeah.
The energy for the happy, but I'm not good at the motivation either.
Yeah. Well, this is
so
the
I
thing.
get that part, pushing it that way.
Yeah.
And I love that other guy's beard.
To choose how I wanted to feel all the time, I would choose proud. And proud means you have to work. Proud means you have to do things. You have to achieve things. If you want to be proud and be realistic, you have to do fantastic things. So my default favorite emotion is proud. Right. That's how I'm happiest when I feel proud about anything.
Well, and the organism
You know what?
releases dopamine in the...
I get that.
Yeah?
I get that.
Right?
I tell you how I look at that.
Yeah.
How I did it for me. When I think about like wanting to do all this stuff like the podcast and comedian, it's thinking about doing it like so I can show the kids, and I can do it, like and that without even realising it, it's thinking about them being proud.
Yeah, it's like when I
seeing that they can do that stuff.
Yeah, when I finish a post-apocalyptic metal treehouse, I feel so fucking proud of the amount of effort that's gone into it. The amount of writing and editing and acting.
And keeping yourself in that mindset of being proud. Like, I get it completely what he's saying.
Yeah.
Keeping yourself in that mindset of, I want to be proud.
Yeah.
Makes you do the things because you know you've got to do them to be proud.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I get that. I really get that. I didn't expect to have any kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, on this episode, but...
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the thing, again, because, like, if you've all listened to this podcast enough, I'm not the biggest fan of Andrew Tate. I don't like necessarily the way he performs his sort of thing, whatever it is he's doing.
I own women.
Yeah, it's fine.
Stuff like that.
But the thing is, it's like...
Look at my cars.
Yeah, for me, it's like... It seems more and more performative, and there is a certain thing going on here. It's like, even if you don't like everything he does, don't discredit what he's saying in certain
100%.
Because I genuinely, at the first time when I was doing this, I thought I was going to watch these videos and I was just going to be like, it's just going to be ridiculous bullshit. I thought it was going to be like fucking Jordan Belfort.
Like, but when you watch the Andrew Tate ones, you thought they were going to be like
I thought they were
going
to be like Jordan Belfort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the
So
vibe.
you'd already seen Jordan Belfort?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd seen him ages ago, and I'd sort of already been aware of that.
Are you on about this is the first time you've really watched an Andrew Tate thing, or are you on about in the past?
This is like the first time I've sat down and watched an Andrew Tate thing whilst trying to see what I can learn from it. Because I think there's something that is really annoying in this world, and it's people seem to think that you can only learn things from people you agree with, and that is so stupid.
You really need to look at every side of things.
You need to look at the other side of the opinion, because that gives you like something else to work with. It gives you a different idea. You learn a lot. And also, like, it helps you to do this thing that I like to do with stand up, where I take an idea and I turn it the other way around, and I go, look at it from the other side. How stupid is this? That ability in your head to hold two opposing views at the same time and work both of them is important.
Yeah. Well, it's just important in general.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Like, I love doing it. It's something it's hard to do though as well, like, I used to think that I did do it a lot. Yeah. Kind of tricked myself into thinking it, like that fucking, I think Neil deGrasse Tyson was on about Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah.
I thought I used to do, but then I realised I didn't.
Yeah.
But like, I forgot my point on that now.
No, I think I know what you mean.
What was you on about again? It just went out of my mind.
Yeah, it's like...
Fuck.
It's gone.
I just forgot what we was on about completely. My mind just had a spasm, like it does sometimes.
Yeah, that hit me as well.
Fuck. We was on about the self-help, the Andrew Tate, and the people looking at things that you don't... The other side of things that you don't necessarily look at.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Like, a recent time when I did that, like, because it is hard sometimes to do, especially with something... If you really think one thing, like you have an opinion about something, like say a conspiracy, you have an opinion about how something was done.
Yeah.
It's hard to really watch something that talks the other side of it.
Yeah.
you know, because you have to kind of let go of things, you have to let your ego go and watch these things, and then you always learn stuff from it.
Yeah.
So I guess like a smaller version of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
lesser
100%.
version.
And also, like, again, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a fucking Republican.
I'm going to put a counter at the bottom of this, how many times we come back to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But-
And I'm down for it, I'm going to add to it.
Yeah, every week, the
I'm
counter
not just this
goes up,
episode.
yeah. Oh no, do it continuously.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to go through and put in the work and do that.
Yeah, every time.
I mean, I really fucking should, but we'd have to mark when it is, and we're already past it now. It's already been about 4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In the future.
But so basically, he's a full-blown Republican, but I still read through his autobiography and I found a lot of stuff because like there's a certain thing. I hate to say it, leftist guys.
I mean,
but you're a little bit weak-willed.
There's probably a lot of people that don't really understand again what Republicans are.
So Republican right wing, like the Conservatives.
Okay.
Democrats more left wing like Labour. But the thing is, the Republican sort of side tends to be cowboys and fucking, you know, oil and fucking, you know, big business and fucking this and that and that.
Which one's Arnold Schwarzenegger then?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's that side.
Oh, he's a
he's
cowboy.
a Republican. He's a
wow.
Republican, bro.
I would not imagine. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. I couldn't imagine Arnie.
Because of the big muscles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason why he moved to America is because he wanted to become part of a strong capitalist nation.
Yeah.
Because he came from Austria, which was quite socialist at the time, and it was quite and he didn't like it, you know. And he therefore sort of went there and turned into what he is now, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
And I found listening to his autobiography, like, if you listen to a left-wing person's autobiography, they talk about, like, having, like, an aim or something and pushing for something and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's something different when you listen to fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger's. Or when you listen to another fucking right-wing person's thing. They have this extra gear where it's like, no, fuck you. And I think a lot of people on the left lack that gear. And I think you need to fucking look at this stuff and you need to learn it. And it's not even just because then you can do it the political side. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, Nigel Farage.
Like, you can see it as well, can't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Why
yeah,
can't
definitely.
we use that same energy? I think you can use that same energy no matter who you are, no matter what your political
So he
beliefs.
says, why can't we use the same energy? So you're the other side then?
Well, mostly, yeah, I'm left wing.
I have no idea what I am when it comes to those things.
I think you're quite mixed, to be fair.
Yeah, I think I am.
Strange, yeah.
I think I... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, not in a bad
Sorry.
way. Not in a bad way. You don't let anyone tell you what your opinions are.
I've never looked at it. I really don't see why we have to try and quantify what group we're in with our opinions.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me.
It's stupid.
I get like why the person in charge should say this is what I believe and my party thinks this.
Yeah.
But to the fact that it's like the party, then everyone who comes in has to think that.
Yeah.
It should change constantly.
It should.
Like dramatically, I mean, as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you would do it. That's their problem.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say, you know, you have like the one at the top and the few down, like, you know, and all that. And they would be people who would decide on it and run and do all that. And then after like the 4 years or whatever, whoever's doing it, if it's the same people, yeah, it'd be the same.
Yeah.
But if there's different people all in there in this group and it's changed over because it's gone for like a few years and they're old now or whatever, then it should be wildly different every time.
You know how Rome did it? Was that someone was just randomly elected to be like the person in charge for a certain amount of time?
As in the emperor?
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking dumb as
It's just like,
tardiness.
yeah, you're it for now.
That's tarded to
Yeah.
hell. Imagine if you picked the incested, like, brother.
That's what they did, and then he ended up ruling for a very long time.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. I meant, like, the one with proper mental, like,
Yeah,
issues.
mental deficiencies.
Yeah.
It's alright, there's enough of a Senate around him that it's fine. Anyway, more
Maybe
Andrew
that's
Tate.
what they were, and they've just changed history to be like,
Could
you know.
well be. We all stabbed him in the back because, well, it was better to do it.
It would
Put him
make
out of
sense
his
why
misery.
Cleopatra was, like, just jumping straight on somebody else as soon as he died. 'Cause
leaped onto someone else's
if he
dick.
was just, you know, like, really, like, messed up.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, this isn't fun for either of us.
yeah. I don't want to bathe in my milk.
Yeah.
You're trying to drink it while I'm in here, man,
Yeah.
and then drool it out. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's gross. Get out.
Stop smearing poo on the wall, Caesar.
Stop looking at me with your weird eyes.
That should have been the name of this episode. Stop smearing poo on the wall, Caesar.
Yeah. Anyway, a little bit more Andrew Tate.
I'm down with Andrew Tate.
I love Proud. to feel good. I don't like happy. If I feel happy, giddish happiness like a child or like a females usually default to happy. They don't care how they get there. They just want to get there. Right. They just want to feel happy. I avoid the happy hole because I think people who are desperate to only feel happy are the ones who are addicts. You know, gambling addicts, drug addicts, drink too much, do dumb shit. It's all temporary, no delayed gratification. That's how you destroy your life choosing the happy hole.
Yeah, I get it, man. I totally get it.
He is right.
It's so true.
He is very right.
Very, very true. You're just constantly chasing that happy train.
Yeah, and you can't be doing it.
I realised that though. It's nice now because I realise I do that, but now it's kind of been pointed out to me by him. Classic Andrew Tate. Yeah. Now it's been pointed out to me by him. I'm kind of like, okay, I see that, so I should focus on that more.
Yeah.
It's like something I've done a lot and not realised what it is.
I never called it that, but
It makes so much sense.
It's like when I stopped playing computer games for a bit and I was doing stand-up all the time and I was writing stuff all the time and I was doing like all this creative shit. I was proud of who I was and what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And that's the word for it. I couldn't describe it as simply as that, but that's what it is. It's just being proud.
You should focus as well, because bear in mind, you can still be proud as well, because we've got this podcast, we've built it, and it's actually going
it's
bit
going
but
pretty
somewhere.
well, yeah.
Like, we've got up to like 5k since we last looked, like we can keep building it.
Yeah.
There's something like we can focus on and go from there with it as well.
I'm happy with that, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, get like, you know, we can get clips of your post-apocalyptic on here.
Oh, yeah.
As little bonus bits, you know.
Idea.
So that they'll listen to it, like it, and go over to yours.
I could break up the little sketches and we could just put them on at the end of each episode.
Oh, I might just put it
Stay on at the end of the episode if you want to hear a free sketch from Post-Apocalyptic World Treehouse.
That works well. Maybe not at the end. Maybe like after 10 minutes or something.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like an advert would be.
Yeah, like an advert break. Yeah.
But also as well, I was thinking like take like a 10, 20 minute chunk and just put it like in the space of an episode.
No, I could do
like
that.
A bonus thing. Listen to part of it and then come on over.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
Why the hell not?
Bad shout.
Yeah, it's a damn good idea. We'll do that.
Everyone go check out Post-Apocalyptic Male Treehouse if you haven't.
See, that's what happens when you focus on Parade. You're thinking about the thing.
Yeah.
You think about other ways to do it all.
Focusing on Proud, man. Pouring that bucket.
That's good.
Right, let's keep going.
Give a woman all that attention.
I think you got to figure out your way of focusing on it as well. I think. Sorry, yeah, just because I was still. I think you got to figure out your way of focusing on Proud too. The things that help you, like keep attached to it.
Everyone's got their own. It's basically
like,
aiming towards a goal, isn't it?
Yeah, I can do it as well. I've always had that. Like I want to be able to be able to do it because I always believe people can do what they want to do.
Yeah.
And now though, obviously I've also got the kids.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole different level of proud,
Yeah.
But I think everyone can have that. Like even like someone with yourself without the kids, there's still that. You got like I'm not gonna say the name then. Like you got girlfriends, like your parents, for example, is a big one in my opinion.
Yeah.
You wanted to do that stuff like for your parents.
Yeah. You want to make them feel like you're going to be cool and you're good and they don't have to worry anymore.
And just so that they don't have to.
Yeah,
and you're gonna, financially
yeah, exactly.
as well.
You're going to make it better for them.
Yeah,
as well,
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
All that stuff, man. It's cool, isn't it? I like that. Man. I like it. I really do.
Fucking progressive. You're gonna get with her when you're 20.
Because I know that we missed.
The crazy thing about it is, if you give a woman all that attention, so that
Hold
you're
on.
not progressive.
Let's just clarify. First of all, I can see exactly what this is. This is old Andrew Tate.
This is old Andrew Tate.
Because the people listening can't tell.
No.
This is going to be old Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
He's got hair.
This is a very different form of Andrew Tate. This is more raw Andrew Tate.
This is Andrew Tate trying to get clicks still.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
So I can guarantee this is going to be a different vibe right now.
Different vibe.
Yeah.
You're
okay.
right.
Cool.
You're right.
The crazy thing about it is, if you give a woman all that attention so that you're not progressing, the first thing she's gonna do is fucking cheat on you or leave you for a guy who is fucking progressive. You're gonna get with her when you're 21. She's gonna love you, you're gonna love her. You're not gonna be busy getting rich. You're not gonna be busy hanging with your boys. You're not gonna be in the gym training. You're not gonna be doing all the things you need to do to become a high value male. You're gonna be giving her every bit of attention you've got. And then, fucking 6 years later, she's gonna end up fucking someone else. So you just wasted your time, just sacrificed your self-improvement to try and appease a female who doesn't give a fuck about you because she just looks at some guy who's bigger, stronger, richer than you and thinks, well, he doesn't love me anyway. And off she goes. And that doesn't make women bad. Women...
Andrew Tate was hurt by someone.
Andrew Tate was definitely hurt by someone.
He's been hurt badly.
100%.
I understand Andrew Tate. I get it.
Yeah.
I've been there, man. But you can't focus on this.
Yeah.
You can't focus on this.
Yeah.
Because then you won't be progressing.
Yeah.
You need to be the alpha that you
Now-
want to be. Shave your hair and you'll get there.
As much as I hate to say it, like there is a certain thing when you do get a girlfriend, you do get quite
it's
content.
true. Yeah, it's
and
true.
it is a way easier and more nice and happy to aim at the happy again.
Yeah, but you
to
still
just
do
sit
it.
there and relax. And the thing is, I keep doing that though. I keep sort of aiming
Yeah.
for the happy and just like when I'm around her, I aim for the happy, and then when I'm away from her, I'm aiming for the happy as well. And I've got to sort of make it more like
you
focus on the shit
Yeah.
when I'm away.
Yeah.
And then go and deal with it.
Exactly
after,
what I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you're with her, you can be happy because the rest of the time you're doing stuff.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
I'm proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can have some proudness. I know, like I said, we've got something to be proud of as well.
I just
I've
understand.
kind of let
So I
myself
put all my
realise that
effort into
lately.
making sure I'm an alpha, as opposed to putting my effort into trying to stop my girl from seeing another alpha or loving me too much to care that that guy's better than me. I ain't playing that game. I'm the fucking best. I'm the best ever. So I got nothing to worry about. And that's where my effort's always gone. And then people go, well, how do I get girls? I said, well, you get girls by being a fucking big, rich kickboxing world champion with a Lambo who has enough money to
See, it's totally went the other way then.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate trying to get clicks.
100%. But again, it's like, you know, that does seem more like just of a general joke to me than it did previously. You know,
How do you mean, sorry?
like the slick version of Andrew Tate now, he genuinely had a moment there and I was like, that actually made sense
yeah.
and that was interesting.
Yeah.
And that one, he's on the way to it and then he's like, but clicks. Motherfucking get bitches.
Yeah. I think I've seen, I know I've seen some of a recent interview with Andrew Tate and Candace Owens.
That's what this one is, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and from the bits I saw, I feel like it was more along the lines of the first one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know a lot about Candace Owens, but I know
She's a Republican as well, so she's right wing in the like conservatives in America.
Okay, because I remember her
Pro-Trump.
talking and me agreeing with some of her stuff.
Yeah.
But
She's
then,
a pro-Trumper.
like usual, the stuff I didn't agree with.
Yeah, she's a bit of a weird one. Anyway.
They just want you to be so obsessed with how you feel
I mean-
in your own mind that you can't even...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I want to go
They
with
just
this.
want you to be so obsessed with how you feel in your own mind that you can't even look outside of yourself and care about anything. It's part of the propaganda machine. It's part of the mechanism to turn us all into docile farm animals. I said this to somebody the other day. They were talking about how they feel, and I said, who cares how you feel? And he goes, well, what do you mean? Well, I don't care. You're telling me I know you, and I don't care. So all the people who don't know you don't care. The woman you want doesn't care. You can't go up to a chick at a bar and say, you know what, usually I'm really charming.
Okay.
Today I'm a bit.
Before we go on, he definitely must have some sociopathic tendencies.
100%.
Because I do generally care
I think
about the
caring's
people around me
okay.
and how they are.
Yeah.
Like, that is not something that people just pretend. You do
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
Like, well, you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You
I
really-
feel, I feel I've given you a nice vertical slice of Andrew Tate on this one.
Yeah.
Pros and cons.
Yeah. Well, we're just seeing a bit of it. It makes me, look, him saying that, today I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit sad that he
Yeah.
feels like that.
Yeah.
Yeah? No. Don't it?
Almost 11.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
we'll
we're
finish it.
fine. It's not like it's 1 o'clock, Mum. No, we're fine. We started late, remember? Yeah, well, we're going.
Yeah, we're on a vibe.
That's fine. The cat's in here anyway under the settee. Right, okay, yeah, sure.
Will do.
I must be quick, otherwise the recorded show is going to not be recorded.
Yeah, you never know. Right.
I am sad that Andrew Tate feels like that, though.
Yeah.
This is the issue I just realise with live things. I can't cut that out or anything. That's just there now. It's in the world.
Yeah. That's happening.
Today I'm a bit sad. No, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, Andrew Tate is... It's a bit... as you say, it's sociopathic. It's just like... I don't care. I'm here. I'm your friend. I don't care.
It doesn't make him a bad guy.
Not necessarily.
People think that if you're a sociopath or have sociopathic tendencies, that means you're a bad person.
It doesn't necessarily, no.
No. It just means that you're not good with emotion. I
And
feel
this
bad
is,
for him.
this is where I come to actually a good point, a good self-help book that has actually helped me, which is The Good Psychopath's Guide to Success by Andy McNabb.
Wow.
The SAS guy.
Wait, why are you reading that though? Because you're also not a psychopath.
Because it's really interesting.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah, yeah.
okay. If it's
'Cause, like,
interesting, yeah.
One of the most important lessons he taught me was one of the things where he goes, right, so he was in the back of a cab with the other writer who was writing the book with him.
Oh god, I didn't know where I was going to go to with a psychopath.
No,
in the
yeah,
back
no.
of a cab.
He's in the back of the cab and he's talking to the cabbie, and the cabbie goes, oh, I'm having to work my nuts off today. It's miserable. No one's going out. I'm going to have to stay out an extra 3 hours. It's annoying because last week there was a really, really good day and I could knock off about 4 hours early. It was magical. Right? And then Andy McNabb waits and they both get out of the cab and they walk away and he goes like, he's missed a trick there. And he goes, what? He goes, well, why would you continue working on the day when you've got to work twice as hard to get half as much money? When you could work twice as hard on the day when you're getting twice as much money and work less days. And he goes, I'd never thought of it like this, but Andy McNabb had blown it open for me.
Oh, I've heard that name, Andy McNabb. He writes books,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah, he wrote the books because they're based on what he actually did. He's an actual SAS dude.
Oh, okay, yeah. I couldn't remember what it was at all, but no, yeah.
And it's really, it's so fascinating just going into his mental mindset. And he's like,
that's not just being a psychopath, that's just being a logical thinker.
No, but he's also talking about the way the SAS helped him train it.
Work
and stuff.
hard at,
and
work
he's like,
smart
basically,
rather than work hard.
Yeah, he's like, the thing about SAS training is eventually it does stop and it comes to an end. And you've just got to keep telling yourself that. Eventually, this is going to come to an end. This isn't going to last forever, no matter how much they try and make it last forever.
The stuff they're doing?
Yeah, because they do full-on torture stuff to you to try and get you to break.
Yeah.
And he just goes, and you just got to remember, if you don't say anything and you keep going, eventually it's going to come to an end.
That's like how I feel when I got my migraines, man, Jesus.
Yeah, it's like sometimes there's things that are going to happen to you in your life. I'm going through one at the moment.
Yeah, totally. They're always let yourself know that it's not going to end.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the main thing that your life is based on.
No,
in any
but
manner.
that's the thing, and it's going to fuck you up for a bit, and it may well take you entirely off kilter, and it may feel like your entire life has just been completely wrecked by it, but it isn't. And eventually you'll get through it, and eventually you'll get to the other side. And I think that's the more positive way of looking at it.
Totally.
Than Andrew Tate's version here of no one cares what you think.
Well, we've got to give him a chance here. He might not be saying that.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, he definitely doesn't care with what we're learning.
Yeah.
He 100% doesn't care.
Let's see how.
But I agree with that, though. You should always let yourself know that.
Yeah.
Nothing's forever. Everything's always going to pass.
Yeah.
It's good and bad. Nothing is forever. Always remember that.
I used to say to myself, straight through the impending doom and out the other side.
I like it. It's good to remember that nothing is forever, because that also makes you appreciate the things you do like that you have at the moment.
Yeah.
So you should always remember that in general.
Can you give me a pass? Can you let me off? She'll be like, go away, weirdo. The chick you want doesn't care. The job you're supposed to perform at doesn't care. If the man who wants to mug you decides to pull a machete, he doesn't care. You can't say, bro, I'm not in the mood for a fight today. Tomorrow, please. Nobody cares. So why do you care? All the people out here in the world don't care, but you're going to sit there and you're going to carry the only person in the world who cares? You're going to walk around telling everybody, trying to find somebody who gives a shit? Good luck. Because what's going to happen is you're going to walk around feeling sorry for yourself, trying to find somebody who cares. You might find somebody who pretends to care long enough for you to get a little bit of dopamine. But all in all, you're wasting time in a hyper-competitive world where people like me, who perform regardless of how they feel, are just going to perpetually bury you. And then you're going to sit there and wake up and go, why am I a loser? Well, because when Andrew was sad, he continued to perform. When Andrew was in jail, his business didn't fall apart. He was doing push-ups every day. His body didn't fall apart. Nothing about his life degraded when he was in a jail cell surrounded by cockroaches. You're in a plushy bed at home. Crying about what? And you expect to... The male world's hyper-competitive. So you're not allowed almost as a man to put that much importance on how you feel. You don't have time to care about it because you have too much to do. This is what I find so remarkable. If I feel sad, I don't think, how do I stop myself? I need to not feel sad. I just go to work. I got stuff to do. I'm a man. I have things to do every single day. This whole therapy garbage. I can't think of a way faster to ruin your mindset and destroy your ability to resist the perils of life than going to therapy.
I mean, I understand what he was... Right at the end. Right at the end. I kind of understood what he was saying.
Yeah.
But it's important to just go about your day anyway.
Yeah, just continue.
Just go about your day.
Because that will usually make you feel better.
Oh, 100%.
That's the thing, yeah.
If I feel bad, like, I know going out and going for a walk and doing something, I feel better.
Yeah.
Like, 100%.
Even if you don't feel like it. It's like sometimes when I used to go for, like, long walks and stuff, and I'd feel, like, really shitty on the day, and it's like, I'm just going to go for a walk. And it's like the first 15 minutes, you're like, this fucking sucks, man. Why the fuck am I fucking doing this?
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I fucking here? Why am I fucking pushing myself to fucking do this? Next 15 minutes is like, this fucking sucks, man. This just fucking hurts. I'm bored. I'm tired. I just want to go home and just lie down. And then, like, the next that half an hour, literally half an hour, and then you're suddenly like, man, this shit ain't so bad. This is all right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
I will say as well, though, I think this is something that Andrew Tate would disagree with.
Yeah.
I do think, and I think history shows this.
Mm-hmm.
I do think people to get to these certain ways they need to be, like, you know, using substances to help you do that is part of human history.
Yeah.
I 100% think so. I don't think, like, to the point of, like, you know, if you're feeling crappy and you go for a walk and that, there's nothing wrong with having a spliff because it just rises you.
Yeah.
But also, like, you know, like, when it comes to, like, being the kind of person that's not good at being able to lock onto something.
Yeah.
Having something to help you lock on when you're doing work. I'm not talking, like, getting fucking full on, like, wasting his time.
Yeah, no.
Like, taking meth to help you do your work.
Yeah, that's not
what I'm talking about.
No.
I'm talking, like, your antidepressants type stuff.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Finding the ones that work for you, though, it doesn't always work with all of them.
Also, again, like, on the other side of it, like, therapy is very useful to something.
Therapy can be useful, totally.
Therapy, especially if you've gone through something that is genuinely traumatic,
Mm-hmm.
therapy can be incredibly useful to just help you acknowledge what it is, like, compartmentalize it
Mm-hmm.
to a certain extent and say, like, I know what this is, I'm not going to let it change me or affect me, and this is the person I want to be after this, you know.
I would say
that's
also
important.
Also mixing therapy with then talk, if you hopefully have the ability to, talking to a good friend at the same time.
Yeah.
Because the two sides are very different.
Yeah.
I think not completely the way a therapy, I don't know the way a therapy person would tell you to deal with certain things. I suppose I can't really say.
Depends on the therapist.
Yeah, I can't really say actually. But I mean, for me, ways that work for me is just getting it out a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is, if it's something that's constant though, that's always going, sometimes I'm like, just not ignore it, but ignore it.
Yeah.
Because you know it's going on. It's like, okay, I'm just going to let that go in the background. Like, I know it's there. And, you know, I care. And it's annoying me. But I just let it go in the background.
Yeah.
Go on your other stuff. It's like compartmentalising your right. That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. You're just going, that's over there and I can't deal with that. But I can deal with this.
Yeah.
The
Like, feeling bad?
overdiagnosis.
Turn on Pornhub, baby.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
There's a reason Jesus invented Pornhub, and it's that.
A quick little boost.
Of everything. It's like you have this, you have that, and then
Yeah,
people
baby.
take that as an excuse to not ever have to get better.
Oh,
you know, now I can be permanent because I've realized I've got this. I went to the doctor, and the doctor says that I have this, and so that's the reason why I don't respond. I've got ADHD. I think now it's like 1 in 2 people has ADHD, and that's why I'm not able to focus and do my homework or complete a task or keep going to the gym every single day. And I hate it. Yeah, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I really can't think of a quicker way to destroy your mind than go to therapy. Part of me, if I had time to waste, Candace, which I don't, because I've been on house arrest long enough.
I think you did. This happened before. You got a weird thing. It might be the case, you know, that happens a lot of the time.
It's not the case.
Yeah,
I think it's the actual charging port. It only works with my one because my one's particularly...
She's still doing this. What the heck is wrong with your thing? Do you think maybe it needs higher power? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
Like maybe I need to put it into like a plug.
Yeah.
I reckon it might be that as well. Okay. We'll do this one over here.
This is so interesting for the streaming. Sorry, guys.
You know what? The Twitch people understand that this shit happens, don't they?
Yeah.
People watching it on Twitch, they get it. People listening on YouTube, like, what the fuck is going on? They're so unorganised. I've got to stop doing that noise. It's fucking I can do this. Carry on with the finger though, because I can still be picked up.
So yeah.
Once I'm out here, I'm going to enjoy myself. But if I had time to waste, I would love to go to start therapy. I would love to, like, imagine me, Andrew Tate. I'm going to go to a therapist, and she's not going to know who I am, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to do therapy, and I'm going to do a video. I might actually do this. It's actually a great idea. I might do a video after each therapy about what bullshit it was. And just sitting there talking about, okay, when you were 8, yeah, what happened when you were 8? Because when in your childhood, not everything's because of my childhood. Not everything works that way. Like, it's so asinine. I've actually had conversations with therapists, I think twice in my life. I did a TV show in England, and I had to speak to a therapist, and then I think it was another TV show, 2 TV shows I had to speak to these therapists. And I sat there and said, I don't believe in your science, because in math, 1 + 1 is 2, and we understand that. Whereas
you want to talk to Terrence Howard?
You can have a guy who doesn't drink alcohol because his dad was an alcoholic, and a guy who is an alcoholic because his dad was an alcoholic. So how can you have the same scenario and 2 completely different outcomes? She goes, oh yeah, but there's general rules we can follow. I said, then let's end the conversation. I'm not a general person. I'm not a general person, I'm exceptional, so can we just
I'm not a general person, I'm exceptional. That is so 100% sociopathic.
I would love to know the psychiatrist's reaction to that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Full on Dennis Reynolds vibes right there.
Do you want another drink, by the way?
Oh, I'm okay, thanks.
Okay. I got one. That is fucking great, man. That is amazing.
Don't apply to me, I'm smarter than you. What have you achieved? Goodbye. I'm a world champion. See ya.
I mean, like I said, I like him and that, but that is so dumb.
That is just, yeah.
I'm just better than everyone. What are you on about? I'm just better.
I don't need to listen to you because I'm super intelligent because I'm better than you because I kick people.
A lot of
obviously, oh god, this is gonna be great. Him talking to a female.
Yeah. You ready?
Like, yeah, go on.
Let's
Make it big.
Even adults, they're suffering from a lot of mental health issues.
Okay.
And what's your advice to them?
The world is hyper competitive. If you're going to be a man who's going to sit and say, I'm just sad, you are always going to lose in competition to men like me. And there has to be losers for there to be winners. I am tired of sympathy. Sympathy doesn't work for anybody. I'm not going to sit here and be sympathetic for people who say they're too sad to try hard and be their best. Guess what? Perhaps I was sad every time I did exactly what I was supposed to do and trained anyway. Perhaps I was afraid when I fought anyway. Perhaps I was tired when I worked anyway. This is how you get ahead in life. I don't have a fucking ounce of sympathy for these people who sit here and say, well, I feel this way, so I can't. Then don't do it. Stay down there. The winners are at the top, and the winners at the top don't give a shit about how they feel.
Yeah.
We wake up and we perform regardless of how we feel day after day. So if I'm going to ignore my own feelings, I'm certainly not going to take into consideration anybody else's.
Yeah.
Why am I going to ignore how I feel and make sure I'm constantly performing regardless, flawlessly, and then sit and go, oh, but he doesn't feel good, so he's allowed to fuck up. No, you are not.
That's literally what he's saying is the epitome of it. That he can literally do everything perfectly no matter how he feels. I understand trying to push through completely, and you should do that. But being able to always do things perfectly
is that he does what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to work, and he works anyway. He doesn't want to go to war, and he fights anyway. He doesn't want to get up, he gets up anyway. That's the whole point of it. We didn't want to die in the Titanic. Guess what happened? We died in the Titanic. You can't sit there as a man and say you don't feel like it. You're not allowed to not feel like it. You're supposed to do it anyway, regardless.
That was so Dennis Reynolds. You're not allowed. You're not allowed.
Chris point out that in his logic there, the people that managed to survive the Titanic were in the wrong.
Yeah. How dare they?
Fucking fuckers.
How fucking dare
Get on
they?
them lifeboats. I mean, some of them were in the wrong, though, kicking everyone else off.
Alright, so here's the other word on
Tateism. Andrew Tateism.
So as a general rule, I don't comment on people that I don't speak to. So tell me the features of what you're talking about.
Okay, so the recent wave of internet masculine influencers who have like Bugattis and lots of women and sports cars, and there's many of them. There's many of them, and they seem to be resonant for some kind of reason. That are kind of saying that the way to be a man is to have loads of money, lots of women, these kind of cars, physical strength, and there's just this huge sort of generation of young, typically men, that are now disciples of that religion.
Yeah. So I think if you dislike that toxic masculinity, what we need to understand is it's the people who hate that.
Hold on. What? When did that become toxic masculinity?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's having a mindset that you want to work to go far in life isn't necessarily toxic masculinity.
No.
I think women could do that too.
But I think
just an idea.
They're referring more to the issues of like
Andrew Tateism.
Yeah. Specifically Andrew Tate and his thing of like, oh, well, work anyway, and I don't care about your feelings. You shut your fucking face about your fucking feelings, you little bitch.
I don't. With everything else though that people hear, this is the reason I kind of like some of this though.
Yeah, because it feels a bit more real and true.
But just
it's
because
not pulling punches.
You know how many influences they're having from the opposite of this.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going into them all the time. Having an influence from the opposite, even if we don't agree with everything, it's kind of good.
Yeah, I feel it is healthy.
Yeah, which is why.
As much as people hate it, I feel it is a bit healthy.
It's healthy.
Toxic masculinity that are driving.
It's not healthy to be a full-on cultist to it.
No.
But, you know, there's
So I
always
know
going to
this
be
is
people
kinda crazy.
take things
That
too
is
far.
where toxic masculinity does
right?
become a
And
thing.
as
There's
it's
always people
grown,
that take
what
things
have
too
we
far,
done?
and
We've
everything that
demonized
always
these
is going to
people.
happen,
We've said
no
these
matter
people
what.
are bad. And as we demonize them, what's happened? They've grown stronger. So this is something that's very important to understand. If you are a man and you say, I am suffering today, what is the response that you're going to get?
shut up.
Absolutely.
Not in those exact words, but that's whatever the words are, that's what they mean.
Now, I want us to be very, very careful, right? So if you are listening to Stephen say people tell you to shut up, and your first thought as a listener is, no, that's not true, that's the problem. So if people agree with you, they understand what you're saying, but if they disagree with you, that's the problem. We literally have a man who is telling us right now that your experiences when I say I'm suffering, people tell you to shut up. And then people are going to be judging you for saying that. And they're going to be saying, no, that's not true.
They're going to be saying, shut up.
Absolutely. Right? So this is exactly the problem. So men are struggling right now, and the rest of the world says, no, you're not. You're privileged. You're a man. There's a patriarchy. And I'm not commenting on the sociology.
Yeah. I'll only be a second to clear everything. It sounds like a weird version of Jordan Peterson.
A little bit,
People talking.
Yeah.
Like his younger self or something. Like him. Like he's got a clone that went a bit wrong. And he's a bit younger as well, so obviously younger, he was not the same age.
Yeah,
so he's still growing at the same rate.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get the cast finally. Hold on. Oh, then straight away. Good girl. At least I know you can get in and out easily. I don't care in that case then.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I know that, girl, you're fine. I was worried that I was going to have to get the chair up and pull you out. But no, you're obviously fine then. Good girl. Oh yeah, the cat. I thought there was a ghost. Oh, I want this to be pictured up.
Yeah.
I thought there was a ghost under my feet, just grabbing at my feet every now and then when I was sitting on the settee. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was going to be crazy. And then I realised, I looked down and it was a cat's feet because she was in the chair, pawing at my feet from inside it. She was under the chair, she was underneath my ass in the chair. You imagine not that chair, the settee, sorry. Not the chair. Yeah, the settee. She got into the settee and was under it. Yeah, she's fine. That's what I was just doing. I just got the biscuits to make sure she could get straight back out. She came straight out.
So we've had a cat stuck in a settee before. Don't need to do that again.
No, but she obviously can freely get in and out.
Back off the settee.
You want a can?
Can and a 40 sit, please.
Okie doke.
Well, that's we're getting quite close to the end of the run, but there's one last surprise in it, so we'll see how that goes down with old Carl as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the show so far. It's been a lot of fun, to be honest, doing this live stream, and it feels fun doing a little bit of a quick dive down the old hole of self-help, and I feel like you can't genuinely talk about self-help without meditating, as we've been doing. So I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play much more of this video because it's made the point that I think is important. So here's the important point I think this actually makes genuinely.
I love it, but it makes no difference.
Theology of it, there is a patriarchy, whatever. Men have many advantages.
So this one, I've got to get back fairly soon. So this one is basically making the point that there aren't many people in society who are saying, yes, okay, you as a white man are having a hard time at the moment. You're not allowed to say that.
Right,
because you're a white man and everything's fine for you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the sort of, that is a genuine feeling. It feels like saying it's difficult to be a man is something where people say, well, it's you're a man, so you can't have it.
I get the idea. Yeah, it's just I very much try and keep myself a dear bit. It doesn't matter what they do.
Exactly.
So what
the
the
thing
idea
is,
who cares about that?
That's you and me. But there's a lot of people out there who don't have anyone on their side, and then they go online and they see people like Andrew Tate, and they go, "This makes sense to me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be with anything. I think getting stuck on something now, which is all about just working hard, is much better person to be doing that with.
Yeah.
Rather than somebody that's telling you to go and get these people in a group and live in these trees and fuck each other.
Yeah.
And go steam rooms to die.
Yeah.
Much healthier with Andrew Tate, I think, at least.
It is, yeah.
Maybe not emotionally.
But at least, physically.
Yeah, yeah.
Go to the gym.
Pretty much what it is.
This guy is a cowboy who does his own sort of self-help
Oh, God,
stuff.
okay.
It's called like the Wildhood School or something like that.
And this is him reacting to Andrew Tate.
This is him reacting to
This is
Andrew
going to be
Tate.
good, okay.
And he makes a pretty concise point of roughly what I feel about the situation.
Okay, so you're in the cowboy
The
now.
first few times I watch some of his videos, I'm like, this dude disturbs my calm. But I came across some others, I'm like, dude is spouting straight up truth right there. 'Cause then there's no denying it. Then I watch some others and I'm like, man, that is stinky tofu. But then I watch some others and I learn some things. If you sit down and read a book, you will learn more by chewing on.
Let's pause the music for a second, because of course they've got fucking like licensed music in the fucking.
But doesn't that mean, though, because they're doing it on YouTube and all that, then it's okay?
Maybe, I don't know.
Because
it's going to break it up a bit.
I don't know either. Anyway, you know, you write copyright is a fucking ball ache.
It is a ball ache.
But I mean, going by what he said straight away, though, this is exactly how you were saying it.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming he's gonna say like, you want to like learn all this stuff.
You've got to learn
take all
from
these
other
different
people. Yeah, you can't
sides
just
in.
you can pick and choose. This is my ultimate point. You can pick and choose what you want to learn from anyone. You don't need to pick a self-help book out to do it. Some of them are useful. As I say, I found the Good Psychopath's Guide to Success an incredibly useful book. It's all about just contextualizing what you do. At one point he's talking about going to the gym, and it's not like, he says, you don't think in your head, I have to go to the gym. You say, I will go to the gym. Or I get to go to the gym. One of the two. Like, I will go to the gym implies you have power over this. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to kick the gym's ass. That I have to go to the gym is, I've got to go to the gym. I can't be bothered. You know what I mean?
Yes and no.
It really helped me recontextualise it for a bit. It sounds funny, but it really helped me. But what I'm saying is, don't look for any one person. Don't go and fucking follow a Tim Robbins.
Because everyone's different. This is the point straight away.
Yeah. And you've got to pick and choose what works for you. I found something from Andrew Tate that really fucking resonated with me.
The Proud.
Yeah.
Same.
It
That one
fucking
really
works
resonated
so
with me.
hard, right?
Like, I get that completely. I really
Yeah.
do. And I did not realise that I was doing it already.
Yeah.
It's almost like somebody... I think that's what a lot of it is. That's a lot of the experiences I've had. I think
Yeah.
that's literally what it is. It's just helping you realise the times when you've done that, found that way of doing it, and you hear something and it makes you realise that's my way of doing it, and then you can hold on to that.
What I'm saying as well is, like, expand who you think can be your role model. They don't have to be a role model for everything. You know? They can be a role model for certain things to you.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely fine. You know, you can actually genuinely look at Donald Trump and have some ideas of what he does and go like, I can use that in a way that would benefit me.
Yeah.
I can use this in a way that would benefit me from Andrew Tate.
I would say that, but don't even say that you have to have them as role models. They don't have to be anything.
No, that's
you
it.
can just take something and that's it.
It doesn't have to be a role model. What I'm saying is, like, just, as I say, pick and choose what makes sense to you. If someone comes up with a great idea and it comes from someone's mouth who you'd normally say,
Allow yourself
they're
to
an
be
idiot.
inspired by this.
Allow yourself to be inspired by
I
it.
hear you.
Allow it.
I think the problem is, though, a lot of people won't do that just for the fact of somebody they don't like, if they decided they don't like them or something.
Yeah.
Which I think we all do. We
Yeah.
do it too. We just obviously, the things we do it to, we're not really looking at right now.
No.
We don't really think about it. Maybe just things, you know, that if we watched or saw, like, because there's definitely things we don't watch. Like we say, watch The Other Side.
Yeah.
But then we're not going to watch fucking, I don't know, Al Qaeda's council meeting.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we can all watch if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to. It's
there's a YouTube channel for it.
Yeah. I bet
there might be an X account now.
Yeah,
for that,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
There legitimately
Yeah,
might
there
be an X
probably
account
would
for
be,
it.
yeah.
I think there are some
There are
terrorist
genuine,
groups on there, ain't there?
Yeah.
I've heard that that's really bad. I like the idea of freedom of speech and all that, you should do it, but it's quite funny if then X has come about and done that, and it's cesspool from what I've heard,
Yeah.
and people are complaining about Elon Musk, and it's like, but that's literally the people who are doing that.
Yeah.
It could be beautiful on there if they wanted it
Yeah.
to be.
But this is people.
I don't even think it's this is people. I just think this is just people, and this is just what happens when you get a new thing.
Yeah.
And it's a novelty. You're doing all this you're trying to push it as much as possible.
Yeah, and
once
eventually
that
it'll
wears
level
off,
out. Yeah.
But you've got to leave it there to do that.
Yeah.
People are already trying to say like get it like taken away and that.
Yeah.
I'm still going away from it until it becomes better.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we'll see.
I don't want to see that shit. I can't do that shit, man.
Yeah.
People getting beat up and nasty shit, man. I can talk about it, but I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see that shit.
It's like a spider. I love looking at a spider.
Yeah.
They're really cool to look at. I watch them for ages. That
Don't
shit
want it
gets
on
on me.
you.
I'm
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
Nah, man. Nah.
Anyway,
Tie that shit down.
We've had a bit of a roller coaster. We've gone all over the map. We've gone from motivational speaker to motivational speaker.
And I'm going to a homeless man on a field.
This guy is a stand-up comedian. Comedian.
Okay.
And
has he been on that island for like 2 months? Is that the gimmick or or something?
I don't know where he is. I mean, he might be Canadian. He might be American. I'm not sure.
No, this is just his stand-up gig and no one turned up. Look.
Yeah.
That's the audience.
That's the audience. There.
God, I know how that feels, man. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyway,
this is Canadian Fringe.
There's a lot of uncertainty going on. Just a lot of stupid people doing stupid things, and money's going crazy, and
it could be
seems like every day just people are getting more ridiculous, and things are getting more ridiculous all the time. And
Tie-dye t-shirt, that doesn't surprise me at all.
no, things have been pretty ridiculous for a long time. Just now we're just more aware of how ridiculous they are because we'll have access to more of the ridiculousness that's going on. So it's all stupid. It's always been stupid. It's always probably going to be stupid. So I just hope it takes some time to just look around this world and go, well, this place is pretty cool. This life thing is pretty cool. In spite of all the stupidness.
Yeah.
Okay, so hope you're enjoying your stupid life. Appreciate it for what it is.
Man, that's... Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you around. Okay, bye.
I love it. It's true though. I love it.
100%, man. 100%.
Just for me, I've said this quite a lot. I think, like when you really think about it, just the simple fact though that we're here talking about this, that we can see, and that we're like the idea of existing. When you really think about it,
yeah,
it's just a mindfuck. Really,
it's pretty impressive.
It's real mindfuck.
Yeah.
Like the idea that I'm aware now, everything comes for me in that way. You know, like I am the center of everything because I'm literally seeing everything from here, or this is my focus point.
But there's everyone else around you as
got
well.
their own focus point. Every single person you walk past on the street.
Everyone's got their entire story going on.
And it's weird to when you really think about that, when there's so many people in the world as well, and it's just so strange, but awesome.
And any one of them can rise up and become something unique and special. But
they probably won't.
Yeah, most of them won't.
I mean, when you really think about it though, in that term, like in the real cosmic term of it though, it's like what even is special? Special is not really anything. Like being famous, being like a huge comedian, even if we get there, like what does that even really mean? Like we are still just kind of like this weird kind of thing that just is kind of here.
We're just a sack of the universe experiencing itself.
Well, we're not even that though. We're just like a bunch of energy. Like we're not really real in a weird way.
Well, most of us isn't there. 99.999% of all of the atom is completely empty space.
I didn't know that.
They're mostly empty space.
There you go then.
We're not only just mostly water, we're mostly empty space.
I definitely know that I'm mostly empty space up here.
Yeah.
I've been told this a few times.
Yeah.
And for audio listeners, you already know, but I'm on about my head.
Yeah. I just want to show you a little bit.
This is this guy in this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do we know his name?
Yeah, his name is...
Rodney Norman. Oh, okay. Go over to Rodney Norman.
Yeah.
So he's got 100 and something thousand subscribers. He can give us things.
Trying to do something. So it's hard to tell now, but I grew up as a fat kid. It wasn't easy being a fat kid when I was a fat kid. No, it's easy to be a fat kid now. I know, because I have 3 of them. Seriously, fat kids show up to school now, it's like, oh, we love you for who you are. Because you are such a special spirit. In fact, what you bring is diversity, and that is so important because we take your diversity and we combine it with their diversity, and it makes all of us more diverse. And also, by you being bigger than the other children, you make them feel better about themselves. Namaste.
Jesus, that's been said in school, man. Take him out of school. Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, you can tell his vibe. He's.
I like his when he was coming on stage. He's like, you know, like his kind of like space age vibe.
Yeah.
Or just his space age being.
This,
maybe, I don't know.
yeah, this kind of vibe. I'm going to do one more video from him.
He seemed not a space age and all that the first time. He seemed quite wise, like a wise old man.
Yeah.
Then he seemed like a high old man.
Yeah, he does.
I like both.
He does a lot of spaced out, and then occasionally in his performances, you'll see him like snap out of it for a character, and you can tell it's a well designed sort of character.
Yeah. Sorry, the end of my fist just fell out the paper. That was annoying.
Opportunity to let you know that regardless of all the horrible, terrible things going on in your life, regardless of all the mistakes that you've made, I just want you to know that nobody else is really paying attention to what's going on in your life. They're too worried about themselves to be worried about you. So if you're like sitting there thinking, oh, I'm such an embarrassment, not really. Everybody's too worried about being embarrassing themselves to notice that you're an embarrassment. So everybody else is pretty much messed up too. So you got that going for you. So, alright. So
that's true.
super awesome day with all your failures and stuff.
I love it.
And I think that's a perfect little
end right there. Yeah, that's great, that is.
Yeah. So that
it's so true. It's also so true, though.
That is our little dive into self-help. And I think that's probably the healthiest way of dealing with self-help, to be honest.
I feel like we went through a journey there.
We did, right?
We learned some stuff.
Yeah.
We insulted some stuff.
Yeah, we took a little bit from each type of self-help along the way, and we kept it for ourselves, and we held on to that shit.
We found some stuff that I feel like I found some stuff that generally I would remember now.
Yeah.
Not just the Andrew Tate Proud thing. That's good. I like that.
No. The
But
Guru
also that.
Yeah, that and the Guru had some good stuff as well occasionally on that, you know.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, no, I can't really remember what I said now. It was a lot of the normal stuff, really, wasn't it?
It takes a lot to control this human machine, and we're not used to it, basically.
Yeah.
That was really that resonated with me. That was a big one.
I can't remember what the actual original point was, but to me, it's like we can't control these things that just calm now down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and also we also saw some sides of people who we got nothing from. We got nothing from Julian himself. That random guy on the shorts who just sort of was doing a bad stand-up act.
Oh yeah. Wait, that was Julian.
That was his man. That man was called Julian himself.
When you said that, I thought you meant the guy who got done for the Nexium thing.
No, that's a different guy. Okay. That's a whole other level.
That's definitely a whole other level.
That's a whole other level of fucked up.
Well, you know what though? We need to. I'm already planning at one point to go a little deeper into Nexium and stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Because I've seen that a few times and it's caught my eye a few times. I'm like, what? I still don't understand what it is.
How deep does this go?
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah.
Because it seems to be a secret kind of Hollywood cult.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit confused with what it is.
We also found out as well, I just want to point out that we found out that the Wolf of Wall Street is less useful than Andrew Tate.
Yeah, the Wolf of Wall Street, what's going on with it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just, this is him after he's done too many drugs.
It might well be.
He's a bit older.
Yeah.
His body's failing him a bit now, you know. Like the big tall guy.
Yeah.
He's falling
like
apart.
Tony Robbins, yeah.
Well, I didn't see anything that was bad about him, but I can imagine he looks like that. He looks like
He seems like a nice enough dude, you know.
He's made a lot of money by doing this stuff, though.
Yeah.
But he was in a film.
Yeah.
He's big.
Yeah. That's two things.
That is two things.
Yeah. Right, well, that's Squishy Logic for this week. Always be logical.
And always be squishy.
Until next time, see ya.
And make sure, as always, we can do plugs, man.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure always to go on Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse on Dead Man Dancing.
Yep.
And you did that properly.
It's Dead Man Dancing on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah. And then there's Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse available on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts, you can find it. Although Google Podcasts doesn't exist anymore. Did you know that?
No, really?
It's gone.
Really?
They replaced it with YouTube Music. So technically...
Oh, so it's on the...
it's
already on there then?
So PAMT's already on YouTube Music. You can already find it right there.
You actually have you clicked the podcast thing on it?
Oh, I haven't done that. But
go on and click
that.
the podcast thing. That's why, when the one playlist came up and it said podcast, that's what that is.
There we go.
We're already there then. In that case, come over to us.
Come and rock
Come to the YouTube, to the Twitch, to the Kick, or come over to KD Comedy Podcast on the Spotify. Just get if you type in Squishy Logic on YouTube. Oh, no, on Google.
It's us.
It comes up a lot.
Yeah.
Go just click. Just
that
type
is
it
the
in.
joy of taking a name that no one else would take. Like Squishy Logic. Are you fucking stupid? Yes, we are. Thank you very much.
And
Work
it's
for
also
us.
partly due to paying each month for the RSS feed because it throws it into loads of things.
Yeah, that does help.
That is part of it.
That also helps. So
whatever works.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
See you later.